Let's go live on that. Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will and today we are back with episode 2 of Excavation of Taavor as we explore the Forgotten Realms once again and do some digging along the way. And I of course have our full cast and crew back with us today to excavate some Taavor with us. And of course we have our Dungeon Master, Mr. Philip Fallon, back today. How's it going, Phil?
It's going well, thank you. Thank you for having me. This is awesome. I love that you think you can't die as a cleric.
It's impossible.
That's amusing.
I can spare the dying on myself, right? That works.
Yeah,
Sure. Fantastic. Let's go around and meet the cast and crew. And if you're interested in finding our character sheets as well as my new character sheet, you can find it there on the website. But we have Anna with us today playing Kate. How's it going, Anna?
Hey, pretty good. How are you in chat?
Yeah, we're good, I think.
All right.
Are you good, chat? Are you okay?
Are you guys fine?
Right.
Please just don't kill us, and then we'll be fine.
Yes, I want to get through a week without having a character die. I haven't been able to do that for a while now.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be playing Kate. She's a rogue.
Okay.
That's an AF, a human AF.
A human AF.
And she's basically running away from her infamous family of assassins because they try to force her to kill her best friend, and her brothers and sisters actually ended up killing him. And then she was like, "How could you?" And then they were gonna try to kill her, and she just ran away. So she is.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
God. No, relatable.
The worst.
Right?
Relatable content, yeah. Fantastic. Speaking of relatable content, we've got Rem with us today, playing Toxis. How's it going, Rem?
It's going great, I'm no longer rushed today. Last week I was very rushed. I like flee to get here on time, so it's good. I have like a nice little chill moment, so I'm not so panicked. I'm playing Toxis Tarn. He was once a servant of Morgan Sharrett's, the formerly dead like tyrant of the world. He's a Green Dragon-born fighter, specifically Eldritch Knight. Although his spells are meant to be, they're not really magical. It's more like just what he can do as a Green Dragon, natural stuff. So he's very just kind of a little stoked. He takes things a little too literally, and he's kind of the supposedly the just straightforward kind of guy of the group. Although typically that's probably gotta not happen because all my characters end up just being stupid at one point.
Fantastic. We've got Jamie back with us today playing Whisper. How's it going, Jamie?
It's going good. As a really loud car goes past. Yeah, I almost died last week, but I didn't, so I one-upped you on that regard.
Yeah.
But I am a cat person, so I might have 9 of those chances. I don't know. But let's hope not to find out, please. Thank you, benevolent DM. I mean, benevolent is the good one. Yeah, benevolent DM.
Oh, wise, mighty Phil.
You're so
Crazy.
talented. We just love you.
You guys are wonderful. You're wonderful.
Tell us a little bit about Whisper, Jamie.
Yeah, Whisper, as I said, he is a big old kitty cat person, likes a longbow, and doesn't like dogs, which is convenient because there's one barking outside. Yeah, he's easily amused, but as soon as he's discovered the secrets behind anything, no matter how exotic or expensive it might be, it then loses all luster. Like, he's figured it out now. He can move on. Like, he doesn't care. Like,
Good.
Oh, what's in your pocket? I found out I don't need to put my hand in there anymore.
Fantastic.
Really about it.
There you go. That's all you need. As myself, as last week I was playing the lovable Ned of the Glens, and of course Fred, his nephew, but he's dead now, as is Fred. And now I'll be playing Cernan, or Kernan, or Siernan, whichever you want, really. He has free pronunciations of his name because he is an Aasimar cleric who's been trapped in amber for centuries, if not thousands of years, and he's going to be woken up today and go on his holy mission. It's a bit like he's been frozen in cryo for a long time. So he's basically we're basically playing Futurama here in D&D, so this is going to go well. But yeah, other than that, before I let Phil go off on our recap for today, I remind you guys you can interact with the show by giving us terrible things that happen to us, or good things if you want. We call these viewer decisions, and they happen every 20, 30, 40 followers and so on. And the same with this retweet here. If you haven't retweeted it, click that link and give us a retweet. You guys will throw together some ideas, maybe for a monster, maybe for a magic item, maybe for something else entirely that Phil decides upon. And we'll get them into a straw poll. The most popular decision will happen. Of course, here is, call me Nan for short. Here's the Kickstarter campaign that we're promoting. Our campaign Breath of Gore. Every £100 that we hit on Breath of Gore, we have another viewer decision as well. So if you want to pledge on Kickstarter, then there's a couple of sweet rewards that you get on the page as well. And you also get all the donation rewards that you would. So if I pledge £12 to get the full colour PDF of Breath of Gore, then I'd also get 4 Nat 20s or Nat 1s to throw at the party as well. Other than that, though, I will hand over to Mr. Phil to remind us what happened last week on Excavation of Taavor.
Just a reminder, you can give those Nat 20s to the DM as well, which happened last week.
It did.
So you can.
And that helps. that my goal is not to slaughter your characters. My goal is to make things interesting. Last week, we arrived in the city of Yellowthorn, which is just south of Woolmaster. Takes place after the destruction of Woolmaster at the hands of the maimed virulent dragon Vorgan Sharks. And the characters got to know a family, the Marsh family, and set off to find the cousins Marsh on their adventure in the forest to the north of Yellowthorn. They made their way and sort of got ambushed by a group of orcs and a wizard, or a sorcerer rather, and that didn't go very well.
Well, for me.
And then so they tried to rest in the sort of pit where the orcs were, and the tree roots came up from the ground and pulled one of them down into a chamber of amber, and they dug their way down to chase after their ally, hacking through the roots, really skipping a lot of the cool dungeon stuff. But all the same, coming to a chamber where creatures of all shapes and sizes are encased in amber globes, sort of as Will said, in a sleep.
Stasis.
Stasis that has lasted varying ages, and that's where we find them now. They've come across one of the cousins. They've come across Bresden Marsh, brother to Arden Marsh, who was the quest giver, who was not able to join them, unfortunately. But so they're halfway done, and that they've found one of the cousins. They need to find a way out, and
out of the dungeons that he just described. Yeah, I agree. I've got to wake up first of all. I'm asleep right now.
So we'll begin as you sort of catch your breath after fighting off a fire elemental. As the fire elemental goes up in flames. Anybody? Okay. Will the amber casing around your body begins to melt away in the heat, and you are freed, aching, and there's like a kink in your neck, and there's these strange beings in front of you.
I look at them, and of course I'm like perfect, like skin, clean shaven, long, beautiful hair. I'm glowing slightly, and I'm like itching the back of my head. Oh, it's been thousands of years since I've wanted to do that. What are you? Ah! Are you the chosen ones?
Toxis is going to have a hand on his sword hilt because last time something came out of this amber, it tried to kill us.
Yes.
And he will just kind of stay back and just watch this.
You look very strange. What year is it? What age is it? Is it the second age?
It is the age that it was this morning, and probably the same one it will be tomorrow. So, if that answers your question.
You can probably more disturbing than the amount of time you've spent encased in amber is where you are. You recognize their species and their armor as from the material plane, and the last thing you you were on the celestial plane.
Yeah, I say, what plane of existence am I on?
This is the material plane, where there's nothing special, nothing crazy, unless you make it crazy.
He kind of eyeballs you.
Well said, well said.
I am not in the right place. I must return to my own realm. Unless you are the chosen ones that I heard of in prophecy.
Yeah, sure. So I kind of walk up to the front of the group and I'm like, we definitely are, and we're on a super secret mission.
We are?
What is your mission?
We are. She just said it's very secret, very secret.
We cannot tell people.
We can only tell you unless you decide to join our party for good, because we did just lose a very important member of our group recently, and
as the prophecy foretold.
Important.
I'm sorry, what? We lost him?
Yes, did you not know?
Well, I got knocked out and woke up down here, so I don't really know what's going on.
It seems he is now on the celestial plane that this one misses so much.
Yes.
Our
dear friend.
Well, I
not important.
suppose I could see to helping you and then return to the astral plane or the Fey realms. Yes. So what is your quest? I will join you.
And then I push Mr. Cat Person forward.
And
Tell him.
I point at the one marsh that we did find, and we were supposed to find him and how many others?
Well, yes, but surely the fate of the universe hangs in the balance.
Does it always?
Well, you are the chosen ones after all. You are to bring balance to the world and stop it from all evil. Are you not?
Of course. I mean,
Yes.
that's what people do when they're on a super secret mission.
Toxis is very bad at reading this kind of stuff. And he's probably just going to stay.
All evil? There's a lot of evil in the world. That's a big task to take. This is foolish.
And he's going to go and try to loot some of the I guess if it were Skyrim, it'd be fire salts from this fire elemental. Anything that might have been left behind that he could use maybe in the future. This guy's crazy. He's another crazy amber encrusted person.
Very well. It seems as though your task has not been gifted to you. Perhaps I am before the time of the reckoning. Strange times indeed. What are your names? For I am Surnam.
I'm Kate, and I extend my hand to
I'll kiss the hand because I'm like a noble.
Okay. And wipe it off.
I'm Toxis Tarn. Do not kiss me.
And the cat man.
My name is Whisper, and I'm indifferent to kissing.
Very well, very well. In that case, what are you all doing here other than finding that man? Is your task completed?
We have to find another. There are two we have to find. This man, Orin, and I point to the trapped man in the amber. But we have to find, I believe it is a sister of his or some other relative named Aislinn. This is merely a half of our quest.
Very well, and I shall accompany you on the second half of it then, and guide you in your ways and heal you when you are dying.
That would be more than perfect.
Excellent.
Forgive me as the confusion may be my fault, but this man is Bresden Marsh with you.
that's
He
right.
is exhausted beyond the point of he can hardly walk on his own right now. And you are searching for Orin Marsh, who is also adventuring with him.
So this Orin Marsh must be in the area somewhere. Perhaps we can use our magical senses. Presumably you are all powerful mages.
I have a powerful sword.
I.
Well, I try and do a feat of awesome fireball, but I conjure up the magics and it seems as though my powers here are not what they once were. I will need time to regenerate.
It happens to the best of us, don't worry.
Yes, this is rather embarrassing. Well, I can still heal, it seems like. If you know the way, then I am one to follow and guide the chosen ones in their quest. And I get like a really crazy look in my eyes when I talk about that.
Let's see, do I find anything in the dead fire elemental's remains, if there is anything?
Oh, also,
No.
I should mention, Phil, that you have 5 crit successes from Samwise, and Toxis gets a magic item.
Okay.
So, fuck me, here we go again.
So as,
It's
as,
happening again, chat, it's happening again.
Toxis searches the remains of the fire elemental. There is an amulet that he comes across, the amulet of health. Yeah, makes your Constitution score 19.
Shit.
Should give you a bunch of more hit points,
Oh,
but
fuck me, jeez.
it does require attuning to it, so you have to take a rest to do so.
Are they currently wounded? Do you guys look wounded, I guess?
I'm not, but I feel like the others.
Or did
got
you
some
take? Did we take a rest?
Singeing.
I forget.
Yeah, I am wounded. I was sitting in the middle of that fire elemental.
Yeah, they're probably hurt.
I
Okay.
was going pew pew from afar, so I'm fine.
And I say, well, it looks as though you have been wounded by mortal weapons. Strange for the chosen ones, but nonetheless, I shall attempt to heal you all. Why don't we take a rest, first of all, and you can tell me more of your divine nature.
Sounds like a plan.
Now, which regions of the heavens did you come from? I am from the gardens of Babylon. Perhaps you are from Bahamut's realm? Perhaps you are the Raven Queen, some of you? Heralds of the gods? Or you're really just mortals, aren't you? Oh god, they're just mortals. I turn around and have a mini breakdown. Oh god, they're just mortals.
I like to think I emulate the cat lord, the almighty cat of my people.
Oh god, they're idiots. Well, I turn back around. Well, I suppose one just has to work with what they have sometimes. Well, not quite what I was expecting, I suppose, but nonetheless, we will train you to godhood, perhaps.
You're going to train me to be a god?
We'll see what we can do with you. So I guess we'll take a short or long rest, depending on how.
Okay. Which one would you guys like to choose?
I don't know how wounded you are. So.
Whatever kind of rest I need to figure out this amulet.
Short rest would be fine for that.
Okay. So yeah, Toxis, he's going to be waving it around and wearing it on his neck and wrist, wherever he gets the buff.
But I need a Constitution saving throw from everybody
Oh dear.
as you rest here.
Oh
Is
my
this
god.
with or without the amulet?
That would be. Oh, you can take it with the amulet. Yeah.
Oh my god, my luck is just the same. 7.
So now, unfortunately, Bresden fails his save, and he has a speed of 0. So you guys are gonna have to help him walk.
Oh, this man is alive, is he?
Yes.
He won't be for long
Oh.
unless we get him out of here. Come here.
And I'm gonna like pick him up and maybe like put his arms around my neck and like hold his legs, so where he's like I'm like piggybacking him.
Right.
We have to get this man out of here.
I will give
or else
this.
we don't get paid.
I will channel divinity, with him, and just give him 5 hit points to this guy because he seems
Okay.
wounded. And as I touch him, it's like amber infused magic, so it like actually seeps into his skin like sap going into a tree.
Ooh.
And I say, "Oh, that's rather different. Do you feel better, or are you dying?"
So you know that you should be able to cure exhaustion with lay on hands or channel divinity. I don't know which you used.
Yeah, channel divine.
But and he regains hit points, but he doesn't recover from the exhaustion.
Okay. Yeah. Seems better. Very well. To where do you return? Is there a city, I suppose, that you people live in?
Yes, it's Irothon. It's just I think it's somewhere up.
And I look up at the dirt ceiling.
Very well, then lead the way, and I will be accompanying you all.
Well, that's just the problem. We sort of fell down here. Not sure how to get back up unless.
And I'm gonna just kind of walk over to where I think we fell out, and like,
Can someone take the shovel? My hands are full of people.
I don't do that.
The ceiling has reformed with the vines completely covering them, refilling the place where you dug through.
They're like Harry Potter 1 vines, sort of.
Yeah, it's Harry
Gotcha.
Potter 1 vines on steroids with
Gotcha.
amber goo.
Okay. That was a completely different movie. Yeah.
It's two.
I try and like cast another fireball. I say, "Fear not, I will smite it with my mighty power." Oh, maybe there's another way out of here. We could walk.
Maybe we'll have to just walk and hopefully find the exit.
Oh, we have
You
to
cat.
walk, don't we? We can't even fly.
Come here, cat. You're good at finding things.
Well,
I'm
sorry.
okay.
For the Constitution save, I didn't realize that one of us had failed it. You have 1 level of exhaustion.
That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
It's quite tired, actually.
But the tunnel, or this like sort of cavern almost, goes off in 2 directions. One from whence you came, where you dropped down, and looking up, of course, the ceiling is reformed, and the other off to unknown places.
Well, I suppose there's only really one way to go. We must set forth into the unknown realm and hope we see daylight at the end.
Yes. Onwards of the quest, any path that the chosen ones take are destined to lead us to greatness. If indeed you are the chosen ones.
I feel adventure that way, so I'll go that way.
I follow.
Okay. Yeah. As you head down, there are a lot of small tunnels that like an animal might fit down. That go off like the roots filtering around the soil almost, or around other amber globes, and you do see globes big, like large enough to hold a dragon or other creatures, other like Ithzeri from the astral plane and whatnot. But finally you arrive the end of the tunnel, and it seems to lead up into a staircase.
The stairs ascend to heaven.
Covered in vines, but they have the distinct shape of a stairway. And along the walls, does anybody speak Orcish?
Arcana is my favorite enemy.
No, I do not.
Cool. Okay. Along the walls are almost like graffiti, but it's stained blood.
Oh.
There is a warning written in Orcish, and I'm trying to find that real fast.
Stop writing in blood on these walls, damn it. I saw the graffiti in a lady's...
Secrets has been opened.
Yes. Oh my god.
More Harry Potter. This is definitely just the Harry Potter 2 episode.
There's a dead cat. Quick, use the mirror.
Let's hope not.
Petrified cat.
Yeah.
I've got the sword.
So in Orcish it reads, "Walk with the visage of our highest god to pass unharmed."
The gods.
Who knew that orcs could be so literate? It's amazing.
Indeed. So
does Whispers want to give me a history or religion check to sort of discern this, or do you have an idea yourself?
Yeah, I'll give either or. I mean, it's not really going to affect which one I choose, so I'll go religion.
Okay. Yeah. So Whispers is familiar with his favorite enemy and knows of their god Grumpsh One Eye. That's probably what they're referencing when they say "walk with the visage of our highest god."
Many of your gods are new to me. Which one is this? Whisper, was it?
Yes. This one is for how do you say Grumsh? I don't really have the orcish
disgusting sound,
but they make other disgusting sounds too. But yes, he has one eye, and he's very, very not nice.
I see, and it reads "Gateway to Grumsh" or something. Right.
Essentially, yes.
So up there is Grumsh. So this isn't. Oh, we should go see him. We might be able to barter planar travel back to the realms.
But here's the thing: we fell through the ceiling, so maybe this was to be seen on the way in. So maybe we're going away from the warning.
Oh.
Suggestion.
Oh. Well,
It
yes.
says, "Walk with the visage of our highest god to pass unharmed."
So there's some kind of harm here.
Cover one of your eyes.
Can I check for
Oh, he has only one eye.
Yes. You can check for traps, and then you guys can make a decision about how to go forward. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I don't know why I'm holding my eye, but all right.
mistakes were made?
What's the total?
9.
Oh, 9 is the total. No, you don't see anything.
Okay. Can I stealthily go up the stairs and check it out?
Yeah, are you taking any of their suggestions or doing anything unique?
Hand over eye, I suggest.
Unless you can turn into an orc.
That would be useful. Can you, true polymorph? Oh, I forget. You're immortal.
No, but I could try, and then I'm just like, I just do a weird face, and I'm like, no, I wasn't chosen to be a morph. But I'll stealthily I'll poke the stairs and see if anything happens.
Poke the
Poking the
stairs.
stairs, nothing happens, no.
Like, I like kind of, I'll go into like stealth mode, and then
You just do the crouch. The Skyrim crouch.
Okay, and you're just walking up the stairs?
Well, she's rather brave, isn't she? She might be a chosen one.
stealthily. I got a 19 in stealth. BT dubs.
Okay. So you walk up the stairs, sort of slinking against the wall, if you will. And as you take your third step,
You
the
die.
stairs flatten and turn into a ramp. The ground where the rest of you are standing at the bottom of the stairs begins to slide open. And I need a dexterity save from everybody at the bottom of the stairs, and then a dexterity save at disadvantage from the one sliding down the stairs.
Oh boy.
So it's me.
Yep.
So you need a dex save from me?
Oh shit, fam. 17.
7.
And it's a disadvantage?
I have a,
No, you're a
Only
straight
me.
roll.
Oh,
I have
Okay,
a person on my back.
I fail again. I'm actually at, oh wait, yeah, exhaustion doesn't count with saving throws, right?
No, not for saves.
Yeah. So I rolled a
Not yet.
4. I rolled a 4 either way.
Okay. Well, you fall into what is a large pit. You're going to take a little bit of falling damage. Ren, you will as well. But you're able to break the fall of the one you're holding.
Ow. Ow. That, well, that wasn't a very chosen one thing to do there, Kate.
Did you cover your eye when you went up the
You
stairs?
didn't cover your eye
You
when
both
you...
take 7 falling damage.
I still have my eye covered as I'm in this trap.
I got the eye covered on the guy on the back too.
I just lean over the top and
We're
go,
opening it up.
are you okay, friends?
Someone take this person off my back.
And I like throw him up.
Yeah, I'll like be launched up from the.
No, the march
Oh,
guy.
okay, yeah.
I'm a totem him. You get down, and I shove you away. I like hold up the unconscious or whatever guy who
Yeah.
can't move.
Someone take this man.
If the hole is shallow enough, I'll try and reach down and pull him up.
It's like 30 to 40 feet
Oh,
down.
shit.
That's a fair.
Rope.
We're quite far
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
here. Has anyone got any? Oh, yes, rope, I suppose. No
I'm
astral.
like already taking it out and then like,
Thanks.
throwing it.
I tie it around the guy who can't move.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to pull him up. Mhm.
Well, in the future, chosen one, I turn to Kate. Perhaps the eye over the face is, you know.
Yeah. After you guys climb up, and after a few minutes of not walking up the stairs, they reassemble, if you will.
Perhaps someone else should lead the way.
Here, give me that rope.
I grab the rope, tie it around my waist.
You hold this rope in case the same damn thing happens to me.
Oh
Now,
man. This
experiment.
human trying to like hold this dragon.
All 3 of you.
I can't believe we don't have wings, all of you. This would be so much easier. Yes, hold the rope, I suppose.
And Toxis is going to.
Okay. Hand over face. Walk upstairs. Hopefully stairs don't try to kill me again, like everything else in this world.
He's just like mumbling all this like.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah. So with one hand over one eye, you walk up the stairs and you're able to make it to the top.
Good news, everyone. If you listen to me, good things happen.
Thank the gods, there is hope yet. And I ascend similarly, hand over eye.
Okay. Who's carrying or helping? Excuse me, the Marsh brother.
Make sure his eye is
die.
covered.
I'll do it.
Yeah, he has enough energy to cover his eye.
Okay.
Excellent. So you guys make it to the top, and it is yet another hallway of amber. There is a place in the along the far wall where there is like water seeping down the wall from the ceiling above, and it sort of just trickles into the tree. And yeah, the first one to notice is actually Bresden. He raises an arm tiredly and points to the far end of the hallway, about 100 feet away. he says, Oren, and looking, you can see a young man in armor, in like almost entirely encased in amber. The tree's roots wrapping back and forth, solidifying his tomb.
Oh dear,
If you will.
he's like me. Has he been here for thousands of years too?
Probably thousands of minutes.
I think even that might be an exaggeration.
Well, he's obviously stuck in this trap over here. We have to figure out some way to get him out. I'm not afraid of a tree. I will chop it with my sword if I need to. But I don't know. Could be another riddle. Could be we have to fight this tree with like a hand behind our back, or else the floor opens up. I don't know. This place is weird.
Typically, I hear axes are better for trees.
I have those too.
Yes,
Yeah,
just
well,
get
there we
on
go.
with it. The sooner we can get back to civilization, the sooner I can return to my astral plane.
You know, I hear a lot of complaining, but not a lot of solutions.
That's the plane you belong on, the comp plane.
As your bickering continues,
That is not a plane.
this weird place does another weird thing.
Oh dear.
And from right in front of from Oren, a portal opens. Yes, where is that? Ba-dum-bum.
I hear the loudest mouse scroll in the universe.
I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through my my notes.
His mouse wheel is a record player.
It is how I. I'm sorry. It's
Yes,
like,
will antagonize the DM.
It's here a portal opens and tentacles begin pulling a
fuck.
squid-like man-sized aberration out from the portal. Its bulging eyes flash with anger, and it rises on translucent red segmented legs in a threatening stance. You hear in your head, "No, no, 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 no! Pathetic mortal worms! You dare steal from my menagerie! These beings are mine! Mine, mine, mine!"
Oh dear, this person seems to have a problem with us.
Stop
They
being
must
so
be very
dramatic,
greedy.
I say to the tentacle.
It is most likely a creature of darkness, and as the chosen ones, you must smite it. I suppose I can help too.
I choose you to lead the way.
Teach us how to smite.
It also it reaches out with two of its tentacles and pulls two globes, amber globes, and smashes them on the floor. They shatter, and two other creatures join the fray. One of them is a human. He has a sword. It glares with silver. It's a silvered sword. And the other one is a human dressed in tightly bound sort of monk's clothes.
This guy's a Pokemon trainer. Toxis is going to go like full soldier mode. He sees the guy like decked up with like this sword, the weapons. He's going to draw his own sword and start to flank out. Definitely get the guy's attention on him.
Well, go on then, chosen ones. You are meant to be smiting the forces of evil, after all. Show me what you've got.
Show me what you got.
Show me what. Toxis. He are we in combat then? So Toxis is
Yeah.
going to,
May I have initiative, please?
Yeah.
You may.
Did they see me right away?
Yeah, it knows that you've been here, and when
Yeah.
you released Will, when you released Cernan, it started tracking you.
Did I take the alert feat this morning? I think I did. Yeah! Actually acting on initiative. 23.
Nice.
I choose you! How often do the interactive view things happen? Every 20 followers, 10 followers. Also, we're about to hit 1 on the retweets here. And every £100 on Kickstarter. Alright.
I choose you.
All right. So everyone's initiative is here.
I'm from the land of Poke.
Ram here, Toxis, right?
Yes.
All right. And Cernan is 23. And Kate is
Hey, Nogaba.
21. Wow, good initiative, guys.
21. Yeah, we're nailing this.
He did
Except
roll good
from
this
me.
time.
I was omitting your.
I don't count you, Whisper. Oh dear. If I don't go, am I going first? I want to be able to heal someone. else I'm useless. This thing isn't undead either, right? So no.
No, it is an aberration. It is quite clear by its tentacles and really weird legs that it is an aberration.
It's a creature
but
of the
yes,
abyss.
Sarnan, you go first.
Oh dear. Well, I suppose I'll have to show you how it's done, chosen ones. And I will... detect magic. No, I can inflict wounds. So I'll run up to the monkey guy.
Okay.
Or is he did I misread that? Or misread that?
So there's it's a Morkoth with tentacles and
Okay.
the weird legs. There's a warrior who has a sword and a woman who is dressed like a monk.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm just checking if I can hold person on a humanoid. Yes, I can. Okay. So I will point my hand towards the this lady dressed up in a kind of monkey outfit, and I'll say, "Stop right there! The chosen ones have come to smite you." And she must roll a wisdom saving throw as I cast hold person on her.
All right, she succeeds.
She does.
That's such a damn it.
She does. Let me check my saving throw just in case. Unless it was ridiculously high.
22?
Yeah, okay, she passes. Alright. I say, damn it! Chosen ones, my power here is weaker than it normally is. And that's the end of my turn. I will move backwards so that I'm not taking the brunt of any
Yeah,
wounds
sure.
here.
Kate, it's to you.
All right, so I take out both of my short swords and I attack the monkey suit lady.
Monkey suit lady
That's
sounds
the balls in my head.
sounds kinky as fuck.
Yeah.
The first
Bring
one
out
does
plug-in.
not hit 11. Right?
No, sorry.
That's okay. Fear not. Here is my other sword with a nat 20.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, what the heck is that doing?
It rolls the crit dice as well. So that's 9 with the crit.
Cool beans.
Oh,
And
critties.
yeah, I have cunning action plus 1 bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of go back a little bit.
So you're gonna disengage and walk back a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. With that, it is Toxis' turn.
So yeah, Toxis, he's going to saunter up to this other opponent and babble all this crap, pre-fight, I guess boasts,
I will slay you down to the hells which you belonged in.
and he will go at the guy with a long sword, swinging it single-handedly. Though he's got his shield up, he doesn't know this important. He doesn't know how powerful he might be, but he rolls a 9, which I'm sure doesn't do anything.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay.
And I forgot who are you attacking?
The other foe, the one who you said
Okay.
is more like a soldier.
Yeah.
He goes with this other attack.
Well, let's try this again, maybe. 16. Aha!
I believe 16 hits.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Just gotta believe.
To the power of 7 slashing damage upon your face.
Okay.
I go, "Boop."
And boop.
Nice, nicely done.
I'm finished.
Okay. It is the Morkoth's turn, and the Morkoth casts a spell on those of you that are still back away.
Not me.
On the girl.
Yeah, that's just Whisper and Cernan. But the walls all around you sprout tentacles, dark black, like from another plane of existence tentacles, and I need a dexterity saving throw from each of you.
Oh dear.
What, me as well, yeah?
Yes, that's Whisper and Cernan.
I got a 16.
No, just Whisper and Cernan, no need Kate.
Just kidding.
Okay, my dex +2. I rolled a 21.
Nice. All right.
Hopefully that saves me.
Yeah, you'll take 4 Cernan and you'll take 8 Whispers.
Copy that.
Fun.
And yeah, with that, it is. It's the other enemy's turns. The warrior, of course, swings at Toxus with two greatsword attacks.
Let me see. 37 maths. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, and the other one he's going to
Yeesh.
critically succeed.
So damn.
Using a
and
nat.
he's
Yeah.
one of my nat 20s. Yeah.
There he goes. 4 left to go, guys. We can do this.
No, 4 left to go.
He's going to deal.
Hey, metric puck ton. What, 46? What's the strength? My body is ready.
No, it's more than that.
Fuck my life. My body's a little ready.
It's 26 damage.
Oh, damn.
Half of that is psychic damage.
Oh, my brain.
Um,
My brain hurts.
and then at the end of his turn, he misty steps right next to you, Will.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he is, and the tentacles disappear.
Get back here, coward.
And it is the woman's turn. She's going to start punching our rogue who stepped forward. She's going to move up to you, of course.
Okay.
And do that.
Try and stay alive. Chosen one, no!
But she's going to miss. How many does she get? 3. Does a 16 hit you?
You meet
Kate?
Dana. There it is.
Doesn't matter what I said. Hit me.
So the 16 hits, yeah. Okay, I also need a Constitution saving throw, if you will.
Sure.
Sure.
18.
Oh dear.
Okay, yeah, you save. You take 7 bludgeoning damage,
Okie dokie.
and with that, it's Whisper's turn.
Okie dokie. Well, the tentacle guy, where did he end up?
The tentacle guy is still on the far end in front of Orin's amber globe, but somebody did. The warrior did just misty step right next to Cernan, who is nearby, near where you are.
Okay, that seems like a higher priority, so I'm going to go for him. Am I far away enough to use my longbow without disadvantage? If not, I'll move so that I can just pew him.
Yeah,
Because
you
I wanna
can.
be out
You
of
can definitely
anyone's
use your
reach.
longbow. Fine.
Cool.
15 will not hit. No.
Damn it. Well, I have an extra attack, so I'm going to try the same thing again.
Okay, please do. Nice. Yeah. 24 hits.
How do I do damage on here? How do I do? I won't just put this into the
Just
actual.
click the longbow button.
underneath the actual bit
Yep.
in the chat. Okay, cool.
Nicely done.
Thank you. I'm learning how to use the sheets now.
Yep.
This is new.
Cool.
And just to finish my turn with the rest of my movement, just to get into a spot where I'm safe enough away for no one to rush me, if
Okay.
at all possible.
Yeah.
That's what I tried as well.
Definitely.
Unless they decide to Misty Step again, which case, can't really stop that.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, because Saranin, it's your turn, because you had a high initiative. Nicely
Yeah, I
done.
did.
Nicely done.
Took the alert feat. Huh.
It was worth it. Let me tell
It
you.
was. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay.
And
Bless.
bless up. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number to the attack roll or saving throw. I'm casting this at level 1, and the duration is 10 rounds. So you each have a d4 to add to an attack roll or saving throw.
Nice.
And I say,
Very nice.
Chosen Ones, do better! And that's my action. Just gonna check if I've got any bonus action things. I don't think I do, but all these spells are quite new to me, which is fun to learn them. Yeah, that's pretty much me. I will. There's a guy right next to me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Bless is an action, so yep, I will cast Bless and pass so that I don't take an attack of opportunity from this guy.
Okay. And Kate, you too have a turn now.
Cool beans. So I'm gonna go for the lady that just hit me
Mm-hmm.
with my short sword again. And
Yeah.
24 hits. That's 6 damage. And then I'm gonna hit her
Damage.
with my other short sword. And then I'll be like, not today! And then I whisper, bitch. And I just like slice her.
Like a Key and Peele skit.
said.
Yes, the kid feels. Kate is like 16. So
Sure.
she's like,
Sassy. I appreciate it. You can have inspiration for that.
I heard that, Chosen One.
And but things are about to get a little bit weird. So
Oh, we're freaky.
the air, which it's been difficult to breathe. That's what gave some of you exhaustion and whatnot when you rested here. It begins shimmering all around you, and it turns into water, just like that. And the entire room is encased in water now.
Yeah.
And the Morkoth Misty steps next to the ranger who just shot it with its lair action. And we go to Toxis.
Oh boy, so we're in a bunch of water now, right?
Yes, you're underwater. There's no enemy next to you. The warrior Misty step next to your cleric, and the Morkoth Misty step next to your ranger.
Can I tell maybe what was the source of this water? Is it either just something that happens, or is somebody in here maybe making it happen?
It was not. It didn't seem provoked by anybody in here. More like the instability from portals opening.
Oh, fun. In that case, Toxis, he is wearing chainmail
Okay.
and a shield. He's going to drop his shield and probably his shovel. What's the deal with Bresden? How's he doing in all of this water?
So he's actually, exhaustion doesn't say that it affects how long you can hold your breath.
Okay.
So there's no issue right now. He has like 4 rounds. I'm gonna look at his stat block again. I think he has 1 minute and 4 rounds. You guys have you can hold your breath. Your Constitution modifier number in minutes, and then like 3 or 4 rounds. I don't remember.
4 minutes. In that case, Toxus, he's let's see, this Morkoth, I feel like might be the bigger threat. He's going to then try to swim towards the Morkoth.
Okay.
Do I need to make a check of any sorts?
Yeah, make me a athletics check, please, since you're in heavy armor.
10.
Okay, so you definitely move towards him, but you can't really make it in melee range this turn.
I guess throwing a hand axe would not quite work in the water. So
You can try.
Underwater hand axe.
yeah.
Underwater.
Actually, how far away am I from him?
You're about 20 feet away.
20 feet away. Damn.
Yeesh.
Let's see, because poison spray length is 10 feet. Let me see. Let me go to my spells.
We'll say 15.
Okay. At 15, then my breath weapon can reach that far. Will a poison breath weapon be able to penetrate the water enough to get to him?
Yeah.
And if he breathes it in, he's gonna choke off the water and the poison.
And you know he does breathe water, so he might.
Ooh, so booyah, Mr. Serve. Beat that 20, beat that 15, or else take 8 poison damage.
Right.
Very nice.
He will fail.
That's right, he will fail.
All right, so he takes 8 poison damage.
Got him.
And I will use my bonus action to second win because I'm at 15 hit points, whereas my
All
max
right.
is 48.
Oh god. In that case, I need to do some healing.
Yes.
Heal me, person. Put your hands on me.
All right. Moving on. After Toxus, it is their turn. The Morkoth is going to shatter and get the ranger and the cleric as well as his warrior guy. So let's get that real fast. I need Constitution saving throws, please.
From all of us?
No, from you, Saranin, from Whispers, and the warrior who I'm going to do.
Okay, flat d20s. For me, 8. God damn it. I'm really bad at saving throws. You guys can add a d4 to this throw, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's
If you think you might need to.
Yes, please.
Bless up, fam.
Makes it a 14.
Okay,
think-
that's
yeah.
still not enough. You guys are going to take 22 thunder damage. But the warrior saved. 1 second.
Well, so long as the warrior served.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I'm
That's
looking at rolling it for you right now.
Alright, let's find my mass healing spells.
Pretty please.
What I got?
All right, so the warrior takes 22 as well. He's not looking too good. Actually, he upon taking that damage, he sort of looks stunned for a second, and I mean he's holding his breath. He looks at the two of you, and looks at the Morkoth, and looks really confused. And it's his turn now. He's going to swim away from you, Will.
Okay.
Would you like to take an opportunity?
I would, yeah. I will hit him. I
Go
have
for
a mace. Which in fact, I have a... Yeah, I'll use my mace. A classical clerical weapon. Is a 13 versus his armor class.
I do not believe that will hit. No.
Balls.
But he swims away from you. You totally miss him underwater. With a mace you would have had disadvantage anyway. So yeah, you miss.
You're right. Yeah, I am.
And he swims right up to the Morkoth and swings at it with great sword attacks.
Plot twist.
14 will miss. As will I'm going to use a crit on one of those.
Oh. Damage.
No, he's critting against the Morkoth.
Oh wait, this is good. No, this is good. I was confused about who's hitting who.
Alright.
I just assume that when you're rolling, it's to kill me. It's not an unreasonable assumption, I don't think.
No, okay, those are D20. That's the wrong dice. My bad.
No, the dice have rolled.
It's
now.
you gotta go with it, bro.
Yep.
You gotta go with it. That's 76 damage right there.
Oh my. Okay. So that's 33 is 46.
Surprisingly, not such a huge difference between the two. so-
After his he takes his turn, the Morkoth seems to it like reaches out and puts a tentacle on him, and he sort of shakes a little bit and looks back at you glaringly. And the martial arts woman is going to attack the rogue.
Can't defeat the chosen ones, beast of darkness. That'll show him.
It's definitely right.
Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
13 hit. The next one's going to be a crit.
Two left. We'll get him through him. I've got a prayer.
Yeah.
I've got a prayer healing coming right up. We're all healed, except me.
That would be nice. I'm currently on 9.
So you take 12 damage, and can I please have a Constitution saving throw?
Sure.
Good. Okay.
Oh no!
That was a very scary good.
Underwater, yeah.
Good.
With that, Whispers, it is your turn.
Okay, so you said one ended up near me. Who was that?
Yes, the Morkoth, the tentacly dude with weird red legs that look like insectoid legs almost.
Yeah, cool. Since I'm in water as well, I'm just gonna whip out the short sword and swipe with that instead, because that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But
And you have a
man,
Would
straight
that be
roll
a
with the short sword.
disadvantage?
No, short sword's your straight roll.
Cool.
One of the few weapons that does not be affected.
So yeah. That hit.
Not that it matters. Yeah, 25. Actually, it does matter.
Has it taken any damage?
No. Yes, it has. Yes.
Cool.
Definitely has, my bad.
I'd like to add the Colossus Slayer on top of that as well, but I'll roll that.
remember, you are the
52.
chosen one.
Oh no, I'm not chosen one. I mean,
Yeah, there's not much talking going on.
San
I
Antonio.
think Toxis peed in the water. There's a green
Do you
bubbling
get-
going on.
Do you get second attack?
Yes, I do. Yeah, totally. Thank you for reminding me.
That hits.
And
Nice.
This is just straight damage.
Cool.
Whisper of the deeps.
He really doesn't like water, so he's just lashing out, and this is just all pure luck.
Just happens to hit people. Yeah.
Yeah. He's just very panicked right now. His fur's all soggy.
I like it.
And Staunin, it's your turn.
All right, now everyone is wounded at this point, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Sure.
then I will prayer of healing, and
Oh
yeah,
no. I'm sorry.
I can't.
No, that's one of the things that people new to clerics get wrong. Prayer of healing takes a minute to cast,
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
and
Oh yeah,
also
yeah.
it
Duration
requires
is
vocal components, and you're underwater.
yeah. Casting time is 10 minutes anyway.
10 minutes.
In that case, who is the most injured person in the party?
I'm on 9.
Ooh, damn, yeah.
Yeah, him.
Ooh. Then can I get next to Whisper?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I will do that, and I will channel my divinity.
There you go. Good.
And you can have. I spent 5. You can have 20 hit points. Of my pool. Stay alive, chosen one. Everyone else is dying. We need one of you alive. We need a chosen one at the very least.
Didn't want to mention it earlier.
Yeah,
But the chosen
didn't
one.
mean to bring it up, but yeah.
All right. Nicely done, Will. Kate, what would you like to do?
I would like to try. Is that lady still up? Is she? Right?
Yeah, she is right next to you. Not looking too good. Yeah.
I'm gonna get her with that 21.
Yeah.
She's still alive? With that
Yes.
attack?
Yes.
Okay, I will hit her once more. Does not hit, right? 12?
12 does not. No.
Okay. I shake my fist angrily.
Okay.
Angry fist
My teen
shake
angst
from the
is
16-year-old. Yes.
All right. And as you swing at her, she sort of snaps, almost like she just woke up, and looks at you confused and sees you swinging your short sword, and doesn't really recognize what's going on. And likewise, well, the warrior who is just sort of controlled by this Morkoth, now shakes awake again. The Morkoth is going to cast Dispel Magic on your Bless.
Ooh.
So one of you is no longer blessed, not all of you, because I can't do it on all of you.
Ah. They seek to counteract my holy magics, chosen ones.
So the one right next to you, it is the ranger. So Whispers, you are no longer blessed.
Okay. I think you might,
and-
yeah. I don't know if you used it anyways.
I did first saves. That was a good thing.
Yes.
It was a great thing. Yeah.
We
It
nailed
made
it.
me not die as much. Oh no, it did actually.
It didn't do enough.
Didn't do, it didn't do anything really.
It was great.
Made you feel
Uh,
better.
Anyway,
Toxis, your turn. Sorry.
Okay, how far away is the Morkoth from Toxis now?
Like I said, 15 feet.
15 feet,
right
okay.
now. Yeah.
Toxis is going to close in,
Yeah. There's no
And-
way you aren't able to
yeah.
climb. Yeah.
and he's going to see the
The face of evil in front of him and splat it with his sword.
That's the spirit.
I mean, as he gurgles in the water. A 9.
That's the
Damn it.
spirit.
It's an 8 right now. Longsword's underwater. Will have disadvantage.
He is going to swing again with. Or actually, damn it. I already started attacking, so yeah. Extra attack. 10.
10 will miss.
Okay. I'm going to action surge
Okay.
and poison spray him. Instead, he's going to.
Okay, I'll say that that's a racial thing and not actually poison spray. Just so that you're not casting a spell underwater, because that doesn't work very well.
Yeah, he spits it out of his mouth.
Yeah. So that's a DC 13 save.
Yes.
You will
I think-
succeed.
I think he made it.
Yeah.
Not bad.
But nice try. It is the Morkoth's turn.
Hello.
He focuses and
Hi, Mr.
regains
Morkoth.
control of his two minions. And the water as it as it seeps into the walls and like sort of comes to a critical mass, orbs start floating around in the water, and some creatures begin to like break out of them.
Oh dear.
As the water pressure begins to make it so they're not very stable anymore.
Chosen ones, we must defeat the creature.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And it's going to swing out. It's going to move a little bit and swing out at you, Will, with its tentacles.
Ah,
Um,
I may be dying.
does an 11 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
And then he's going to swing with the other tentacles at Whispers. Does a 13 hit Whispers?
it does not.
Hey.
And he's going to crit on a bite against Whispers.
Oh, only
It
one
does not.
one left. Does not hit. Does that work?
I
I
will
know.
not hit.
Yes, these are not. This is not the whisper you're looking for.
So he deals 13 damage to you.
I mean, that would have been really bad, but thanks for the heal earlier.
Hey, the clutch saves.
Nice. Nice.
Everybody love them some Asima cleric. I've never played a healer before. It's quite fun actually. I'm janky at it, so I'm getting all the rules wrong, but it's still
fun. Nicely done. It is now the warrior's turn, who is now under his control again. He's going to swing at you, Will.
Let him try. He doesn't know what it's like to try and defeat a chosen one of the gods.
He crits.
I die.
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna roll it. 12 will miss. Yeah.
Oh
I use
yes.
my emotions.
I want so few hit points right now.
Scrolling back up to his stats.
Seems like he does know how to deal with a chosen one of the gods.
But that's his second attack for 20.
That is a hit on me.
For 18 damage.
I go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it! Every fucking encounter.
Dead again.
Chosen ones! Again, I am too weak!
And the martial arts woman is going to swing at the rogue yet again. Does a 22 hit? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Does a 16 though?
Yeah.
I
So she hits 3 times.
heal the amount of pain that's been damaged out.
Damn, fam.
Damn.
Are you still up, Anna?
I'm doing the damage.
Oh,
right
sorry.
now.
Okay. Yeah, I am right now. Okay, check back
for
in with me in a couple of
20
seconds.
damage.
Oh my god.
Are you alive?
I'm alive.
Oh,
Good.
my
Nicely
heart.
done.
I'm just gonna play a different character every week. let's try
Between all of
it.
us, before this ends, we'll have every single class
character
and
class.
archetype
Whisper.
covered.
No, guys, no. Whisper, it's your turn.
Well, as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
So anytime I hit, they have to make a save or be
Nice.
restrained.
Oh yeah.
It's a concentration for a minute. So I have to remember concentration spells rules.
Does that require vocal components?
Actually, yes, it does. Never mind. I can't do
What's your Constitution score?
that. My con is 12.
Okay, so you can forego your breath holding. I'll let you cast it underwater, but you only have 3 rounds after that to hold your breath.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
why not? Bugger it.
Okay.
I might be able to trap people, kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go with that then. So I'll cast that as my bonus before doing any of my attacks. Who's nearby me? Did he swim away? It
The
didn't,
Morkoth, but the Morkoth is 15 feet away, but it's his range. Yeah, so you're fine.
Yeah, well, I'll move into range and use the short sword again, since I know that seems to work
Nice.
well
yeah.
underwater. So I'll go with that.
Yeah, it hits.
And I'll add the D8 again. On top of that. And he has to make what save is it? Make a strength check against my spell save DC, which is only 13, but still.
16.
Saves that one, but I have an extra attack,
Oh, okay.
which misses.
Yeah. I need a death save from Cernan.
I can't spell a dying myself, can I? My death save. I forget. You do add con to death saves? It doesn't actually matter.
No, it's just a straight roll.
19.
Hey.
I forget my con is 0.
So you take that's 1 success. You take 1 failure as you're underwater, and breathing in water. Kate, it's your turn.
Okay, so since this lady kind of looked at me weird, and I'm assuming from this whole situation that they're both under this dude's control.
Yep.
I would like to. How far am I from this tentacle mess?
So you're right next to the woman who's been punching you. You're about 20 feet away from the Morkoth.
Does my speed still
You
count?
can make an athletics check to try and swim full speed. Sure. And you're in light armor, right? So it'll be should be easier for you.
18.
Yeah, great. Absolutely, you're able to. But she is going to take an opportunity attack at you if you want to do that.
Sure.
She'll miss.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so then I would like to attack this tentacle
Okay.
thing. That misses. That misses.
Yeah.
Ah, piss.
So immediately after you, as you're swimming towards it, up above you, a portal opens in the ceiling, and then flashes from around the room as multiple portals open all around you guys. They all seem to lead into the forest at different places, it is now Toxis, your turn.
Okay, so a bunch of portals have opened up, correct?
Yep.
How near is the closest one to me?
Like 5 feet away.
Okay. How near is Bresden to me?
Bresden is like on the verge of doing death saves,
Okay.
and he is. You swam away from him, actually.
That's right.
So he is about 25 feet away from you.
Shit. Okay, then, how about Ciernan? How close is he to me?
Cernan is like 5 feet away from you.
Okay.
So a couple of things that might affect this. Lauren's giving me a nat 20, and Sam's giving us both a D10 of healing. So Toxis, you get one, I get one.
It's just a
Cool.
regular
Yeah.
old D10. Regular old D10.
Yeah.
I gained 9. Ooh, shit. That's right. Okay,
Praise
I'm going
chat.
to grab Ciernan and
Yep.
throw him through one of those portals.
Sure, you can do that. Yeah, push him through. Definitely.
And then I'm going to swim over towards our other objective and snatch him up, Bresden. Will I have time to grab him and chuck him through the portal as well?
Give me an athletics check.
Let's see. 17?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, I got him. I took him. Get out!
There's still Orin, who is sort of floating around right now in a half-opened orb of amber.
And I got my tail. I go towards him.
That you can move towards him, but you won't be able to do anything to him,
I'm
really.
going to, protect him. Sword out.
Okay, yeah.
Get through the... Oh, no, we're underwater.
Exactly.
I sound like a motor. I'm a motor on a boat now.
Absolutely.
That's how I swim.
And after that, it is the Morkoth's turn. And he sort of, in a rage, screams out. The two minions under his control break out of it and definitely start aggressing towards him. He's going to swing once at his warrior.
Let him
hit.
try.
So the warrior is restrained. He takes a bit of damage.
I giggle from death, underwater death.
Okay. And then he's going to make a tentacle attack at Whisper. He will miss.
Ooh.
Yeah, and he's gonna bite against the warrior, and
Poke him.
and hit for a bit of damage.
So the thing does seem to be eating its own friends.
Well, yeah, it realizes that it's lost its hypnotic control. So.
Yeah. Fucked.
All right, and with that, it is the warrior's turn. The warrior is going to try and swim away. Takes an opportunity attack.
Brave man.
Misses. He swims through one of the portals as well. And then the woman is going to try and swim as well. Would you like to make an opportunity attack, Kate?
To the woman?
Oh, I'm sorry. You swam up to the Morkoth. My bad.
Yeah.
I mistook. So yeah, she swims out a portal as well. And all around, you can see that there's like these creatures that have been like breaking free of their amber restraints, are like pushing themselves out of the portals. So many of them are doing so. And Whisper, what would you like to do?
Okay, so who's actually from our group left through the portal?
Saranin has been able to leave, and that's it.
Right.
Did I? Oh, cool. Did I like float through it?
No, you got pushed through it by Toxus.
Yeah, grab me a chunk.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Sweet.
Okay.
Clutch.
Am I in melee still with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, bugger it. I'll still take a couple of swipes
Go for it.
while I'm here. Preoccupy it. Maybe tie it down.
So it the smite only works on the first hit, just like any other smite.
Who's smiting?
You did. You said you might be able to tie it down, and that's why I was the restraining smite or whatever the ensnaring smite.
Ensnaring strike. Yeah.
Okay, just clarify.
Oh, does it? That only happens on the first hit.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Gotcha.
Well, so 13 this time around.
13 misses. Yeah.
Okay. Second attack.
There we
Okay.
go. That's more like it.
And what about the Colossus Slayer? Does that tie into?
You get
Or
that.
can
Yeah.
that be spent at any point in the round?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool.
All right.
Not bad. It's still alive.
Oh yeah, it's still alive.
Hmm.
But you can see
How
that it's
bad
like
does it
it's
look?
obviously losing control of this. And for reasons unknown, it's losing control of this entire area.
Right.
Yeah, there's no chill. This guy.
Okay.
Cool. Is that it for you, Whisper?
How far away is the portal that Toxus is at?
Oh, Toxus is across the room from you. He's like 25 feet away.
And I'm
Right,
going
so
for
that's
Orin.
not too far. Like if I move now, I'll.
How wounded does the thing look? I guess.
Yeah, that's the question.
We haven't heard very much.
He's bloodied, but you can tell that he's been taking reduced damage from your regular
Right.
short sword attack.
Yeah. And the healer's gone.
Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna try and swim away and incur an opportunity attack if he still has one left.
No, he doesn't.
Oh well, yeah, I'm swimming away. Screw that.
Get out of it.
Portal wise.
All right. Cool. With that, it is Saranin, your turn. You wake up in a part of the forest. You would you like to use your crit on your death save?
I would, yeah. I'd like to use my,
Alright.
my nat 20 my save and then spend my d10 of healing.
Absolutely.
So
Alright,
I go
do
back
so.
up to 1, and then my d10 of heal takes me to, oh yeah, boom, 11
Nice.
hit points. I look back at the portal. So describe to me where am I right now?
There's no visible portal.
Oh,
But you're in the flooded marsh, the flooded forest. You're like in really gross, muddy water.
oh.
But it's only like a few inches deep. And you recognize this. This was on your way to where you arrived. But it's also on the way back to Yetaforn.
I see. Well, I will spend my action just to do a cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
Seeing as I can't I do hope the chosen ones are still alive. But we'll see, won't we? So Cure Wounds is a D8 plus my spellcasting. So 1D8 plus 5, and I'll try and help myself just a little bit more because things hurt right now.
Kate, what would you like to do?
Did I notice that the Marsh brother
Yes! Fuck me.
had gone
Sorry.
into one of the portals?
Yeah,
Yeah?
you noticed that Toxis pushed him in through one.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, then I will just swim behind my team members. Must
Okay.
come back.
Okay. With that, go to. Does anything else happen? Nope. Okay. And it is the Toxis, your turn.
Okay, Toxis is going to, let's see, what's the furthest away portal from me and Orin right now?
The furthest away.
Or the closest, my bad. Oh, what am I saying?
The closest one is right in the ceiling above where he's floating,
Ooh, above where Orin's floating or the Morgoth?
where Orin is floating.
Okay, I will give him a boost upwards. Whoop.
Sure.
And send him outward. And are there any other allies still in here with me?
Yeah, but they're following right behind you.
Okay. I will turn to the Morgoth and chuck a hand axe at him because fuck him.
Okay, that's a disadvantage. Go ahead.
Okay. 13?
13 misses.
It will hit. Oh, misses. I thought said yes. I said yes, it is.
No, I'm sorry, it
My bad.
misses. But
Okay.
valiant efforts, good riddance, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do use my bonus action since it's a bound weapon to bring it back to my hand and then whoop, up through the portal.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, and the Morgoth screams, and you all hear in your head, "No, no, no!" As it perishes, well, it doesn't perish, but as it is left alone with its crumbling collection of creatures. And yeah, Whisper, did you want to leave or no?
Oh no, I think I'll stay around and
See what
admire
happens.
the architecture.
I'll shut the
and,
portal behind me.
Yeah. No, yeah, straight through the portal, definitely.
All right, and same with you, Kate.
Yep.
All right, so Will,
Yes.
you went through a totally different portal than everybody else.
Oh, fuck.
So can you give me a survival check to try and find your friends?
A survival check, you say? My survival is a +1. Yes. Yes, I'm good at this. Okay. 20 plus 1 is 5.
Okay, can the rest of you give me a group survival check to try and find Will?
Oh
No,
no.
I'm pretty good at survival, but that was just terrible.
Keep in mind that I threw Brisden through the same portal that Will went through, so there is like this unconscious person. with
Yeah,
at
he
least.
might wake up in a few hours.
20!
There you go.
I smell him.
Yeah. You
I'm far too
definitely
preoccupied by the fact that my fur is wet. And...
understandably. So you guys sort of search for each other, and you meet in a weird sort of clearing. You see each other from opposite sides of the clearing, and in the middle of the clearing is this half orc who is like laying unconscious. He has his fist closed tight around something, and he seems soaked as well, just like you guys were.
I will note, fella, we have got a viewer decision to do.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh god, I'm
Okay.
not looking forward to this. You want to do that one now, or do you want to bring it in a second?
I'm thinking. Sorry.
Okay. Then in that case, if I'm rejoined my companions, I say, good to see you, chosen ones. I I fear that our paths were forever lost, but it seems as though we've found each other once again. Perhaps it is fate's fickle hand leading us closer together.
Well, Angel Boy, is the Bresden with you? I
Yes.
come into the portal with you.
Yes, I am.
Can you see about making him not so dead-looking anymore?
I'll
As well
spell.
as this one right here.
And I get Orin. Oh, is Orin still encased in like the amber?
No, you guys were able to break him out, but he too looks extremely exhausted. He can move, but
I'll spell a dying on anyone that's actually dying.
nobody's on the
Okay.
verge of death. There is the unconscious half orc though, and moving closer, you see his fist is closed around a crown,
Ooh.
and he has a unique like birthmark that is a handprint sized like red scar on his face.
I definitely go up and snatch the crown out of his hand and toss it towards the marshes.
Here is your trinket. And you,
Okay.
Why did you do that? That might have been the circlet of the ages.
it isn't.
I just like cut him off right there.
Oh, okay.
And I like start kind of like nudge the orc with like my foot.
You there. Wake up. You're no longer drowning.
He begins to come to, and the cousins sort of look at each other and look back at you, and that's Amidon. That's who was looking for this.
Oh.
Oh, so it's his. Give it back.
And I go to snatch other.
Whoa, says Orin. Not so fast. I think payment is in order.
For me.
No, for us, we
Do you want to go back in the water?
roll me an intimidation check.
Are you testing the chosen ones?
Oh, shit.
Back in the water. You wouldn't go back there if your life depended on it. And they sort of toss the crown back and forth playfully in front of you. Omidon begins to grumble awake, and that scares them too. And they go and put the crown back in his hand. But you do see them sort of palm something else from his hand.
What are you doing, mortals? Do you know with whom you speak?
Wet-haired priest dude?
That's wrong.
am a
He is an
chosen one. I am an angel of the gods, fallen down to smite fools such as yourselves.
Oh,
Huzzah!
that's why he doesn't have any wings.
I am very touchy about that subject.
I just go over
Because-
and pat him on the back and then realise it's probably not the best place to be patting him right now, so I'll move up to the shoulder.
Can I join in on this? And I'm gonna try to
Please do.
act tough, and then be like, "Are you guys done playing? You're acting like children." And I try to be kind of intimidating.
Yes, whatever they are.
They're no, we're adventurers. We found the crown and we're just taking our treasure. And he holds up a gold coin.
Well, we're adventurers too. Guess what we had to find? And guess what treasure we're taking back?
And I go to like grab them both by the scruff of the neck.
We were told to find two annoying little marsh people. And we have to take you back to your Aislinn aunt, cousin, birth mother, pet. I don't know how she's related
Back
to you,
to
but
back to the gods.
that thing.
What?
You're worth a lot of money to us, and we've been toting you around unconscious for a good while. I can tote you around again if we have to get there.
And I kind of like shove them towards wherever.
Yeah, back towards town. Yeah. Okay.
Need
there
we
anything else you want us
smite
to do,
these?
I
Are
mean,
you satisfied?
they are the people that we need to escort back, right?
Yeah, they are.
I probably won't say anything else.
So back to this Illithorn city of yours. Tell me, does it float in the sky or is it ground?
It's very
Did.
ground. It's full of people that, yes, ground. There's no what fly? No, shut up. I
shove them all. Shove people some more.
So Amadon wakes up and he thanks you, and he will join you back and vouch for you in town. Yeah, from the viewers, it'd be cool
Oh, here we go.
if you could tell me what mystery or what crime has been committed when they return to town.
Oh,
man.
God.
Probably a crime against one of the 5 merchant houses, or against the mayor, or something going on in town that they need to solve.
Alright, guys, underneath that line there in chat, what crime or mystery has been committed when we return? Gonna be a terrible one.
It's gonna be great.
It's a
what
crime,
are you
crime of
talking about?
passion.
Somebody stole the Tarrasque. And it needs to be
It better not be
returned.
a crime of fashion either, guys.
That sounds like a wonderful name for a one-off.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
So
so
you guys return to town
Yes,
quite
let
easily.
us return to Illiform.
And you're able to rest, and immediately after resting, you're no longer exhausted. It takes the boys a few more days to come fully back to form, but everyone's fine.
Good.
Everybody
Fully healed.
is alive. Good job.
But yeah, can we
Um,
take a rest, like a long rest?
Yeah, absolutely. Please do.
Yes.
Ah,
let's do
it's
that.
better. Goodness. Now, this town, city of yours, tell me about your people. What do they do? What do they want? How long do they live for?
Well, we like to knock objects off of tables, laying in the sun, sleeping all day.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I see. Is it important to your well-being?
yes, it helps with the sense of that we're better.
I
Because
see.
we can
So
sleep around all day, and people think we're cute even when we're being really obnoxious. It's great. Being a cat is the best.
I'm not sure I quite understand, but
You asked the question, I answered the
indeed I
question.
did. That is an honest answer. I see. And you, Toxis, what are your people?
My people are now spread thin since our leader, Morgan Sharix, has been slain. Unfortunately, many people around here would consider me a villain, so I must keep my head down since, well, my master was not what many would call a good entity. He was enslaving, all-powerful. He was a pretty cool kind of guy. I enjoyed him a good bit. But now I have to, I no longer have his power to back me up, so I must fend for myself, maybe choose different paths. But mostly we're like sitting in piles of gold while yelling at people, demanding stuff, and occasionally pillaging a town.
I see. Interesting. Conquering the others. That's just spoken like a true chosen one. And Kate, I would know more of you. From where do you hail, and whence did you come?
Well, and then like I kind of turned my head into the distance, and then in like true anime form, I just kind of everything just turns dark, and I'm just like, you wouldn't want to know where I come from. There's just
Oh no, I do.
too much death, full of evil people.
That sounds like an excellent place for smiting, no?
I just wouldn't want to return, and then I
Was
like
it
go
was
like
it
this because I don't have glasses, but
Imaginary glasses? I say, was it like the Million Years War that we fought in the heavens? Was it similar death toll there in the billions?
come again.
How many died?
You know, many.
So a couple billion?
Yeah,
Well,
just a couple billion.
isn't that always the case, though? Why must the billions die? Well, I suppose I should tell you more of my home, which is
Yes,
the
please
greatest
do.
place on Earth because it's not on Earth. Come from the astral planes where the gods live. I have lived with the gods all my life and fought with them in the Million Year Wars. And, well, you are the ones of prophecy that our priests have spoken of, as the Great One has spoken of. And so you are fit for godhood, perhaps, or you will die and perish. There are two stories about the Chosen Ones I should mention. One is where you all die horribly, and the other you live and are very happy. So I'm feeling good about that. I suppose in the story I am the keeper of the Chosen Ones, and I guide you on your path. So it's my job to keep you all alive. But it would be good if you could keep me alive as well, because this form here is mortal. Disgusting. Look at me. Ugh.
Yes, it is. We need to go see Ace in the Marsh.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, your quest. Yes.
As you guys
Let's continue with your puny quest.
sort of return back towards town, everything seems much warmer. Like it was like wintry when you left, and it seems like spring has arrived. The icicles on the trees are melting, and the snowfall has stopped completely. Yeah, so I'm gonna give us just another minute or two.
Okay.
Your decision.
Yeah. I'm voting communism. You haven't voted yet, by the way.
I want communism too.
I mean, you can vote, Phil.
I did, but I voted for candy instead, and I regret that now.
Damn it.
There's
Phil.
candy. I voted for drugs.
Why not both?
Don't you
Are they not the
drugs.
same thing?
They're not the same.
Okay, no, that's
Murder.
Thought it'd be like interesting
Communism.
if we all just
Drugs,
Yeah.
communism, and candy.
wild magic happened.
Murder. I like murder and candy.
Yes.
If you don't know, we can have all of these things.
All of them, yes.
that's true, guys. It's true.
Mm.
So what I would say is, so tell me more of why you have needed to find these marsh people. Are they important religious leaders of some sort, or perhaps sent by the gods?
They are heirs to a household. In this town, it is very, very important
Oh,
that certain noble houses keep their place, and if these two were to die, it would have been the end of a lineage. So we were set off to save every
the
one of
end
these.
of the
No.
ages
Well,
by the gods. And I go over and I do a little blessing on the two marshes.
you better bless way more than just one little one. These people need a lot of work.
Yeah, they're like spoiled brats that
Yeah.
we're like slumming it in adventuring and whatnot.
Well, then we have succeeded for now against the forces of darkness in the end of the ages. That can't happen for a couple thousand millennia yet.
In my heart, I feel like a slight rage and jealousy towards these two dudes because ever since I was a kid, or ever since Kate was a kid, she had to kill because that's what her family did for a living. And it's like, wow, I wish I would have lived that life to just slum away. So just kind of like squinty-eyed look at them.
Okay, so
I'm watching the birds as they fly past.
Yeah, you can
you
call the
Where?
VD as well, Phil. You pick your favourite in the event of a tie.
Yeah, as moving forward, the birds are wonderful. But
No, they're not.
as you come back into town, there are like posters all over, plastered on the wall to the city, and put up on like makeshift tent poles in the refugee area outside of town as you come in, and they have like this face on them, and you guys don't recognize it, but the Marsh brothers are like elbowing each other and like pointing at them and like in hushed tones. Do you see that? Is that Jotan? What is his face all over town? And they continue into the city. They're a little bit more sparse when you get into the main part of the city, but there's still like on every street corner, just not quite as plastered and covering windows and such. And they have slogans like "Together we rise" and "All for one and one for all." These like very generic slogans. And then there's like in the sort of center of town, there's a man standing on a box, preaching about Jotun Silverhammer, and how he will bring about the rise of the proletariat to overcome the 5 merchant houses who have reigned with the fascist regime for far too long. Yeah. So
I believe these might be some scum.
We work for these merchant houses. We can't have them be overthrown. We'll never get paid.
Oh, quite. I mean, there must be dominion above all. It's not like the gods gave us free will for a reason.
And whoever this missing person is, everyone wants him to be found. Look at all these pictures of him everywhere.
As he just does not get what's going on.
It seems as though they're rather angry with these merchants of yours. Perhaps we should go see them quickly before all hell breaks loose.
And before their money goes away. We need the money.
Well, it's saving the end. I mean, these people should be thankful. We just saved them from the end of the ages themselves.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, the streets are bustling about. There are lots of people going to and fro. Life seems to be going on as normal. But you come to the Marsh compound, the Marsh house, and it's boarded up. Like there's nobody there. It looks like the vines are crawling up the walls. Like as soon as you left, something happened, and the gardeners stopped coming to work and whatnot, and it's overgrown and it's completely empty.
Are they home?
The Marsh cousins sort of look at each other and say, this isn't right. Where's our family?
Well, I don't know, boy. I'm not even from this world.
Toxis has a moment of panic, kind of like a Cleveland Browns sort of no. And so I'm just like, he's gonna just like bust through the gate. He goes start slamming on the door, you know.
Hey, Marsh lady, get the outfit. We have your brats. We have our money.
He starts beating more and more and more again. I'm guessing it doesn't open.
Seems as though they're not here.
No. I mean, you can kick it down, yeah.
I do that.
Give me a strength check.
Hey, 17.
Yeah, you break the door down.
Maybe those louts sent them out of town.
I go inside, see nothing, I guess, put my head out.
Check the other merchant houses. See if they're all gone. This is some Menzo Brands and assassination shit going on.
And I guess I start
oh, maybe the money's in here already.
start going through the house.
Well,
give me an investigation check as you search for a few minutes.
16.
Yeah, you find the gold that you were promised. It seems actually like it was left like on the table, and everything seems very scattered about, like it was moved around hurriedly.
Looks like they left in a rush.
Yeah. Also, I need a new shield. There doesn't happen to be a shield, like a decorative shield from the wall somewhere that I can snatch up.
There is.
Coat of arms.
Absolutely, it is. It is a special shield that has been passed down from generation to generation in the Marsh family. Let me tell you what that shield is in just a moment.
Yes. Give me.
Well, any of you astral trackers, can you find someone?
Yeah, I can give it a good go.
Well, I suppose it's the only way to save the ages by returning these two to their rightful place.
The place is this place. We did what we did. We
Oh.
got the money. We can go.
So the world is saved. Good.
The world is.
So that
It
is a
doesn't feel
sentinel
any
shield,
different.
for you. gives you advantage on initiative and perception checks.
It gives advantage on initiative and perception checks.
Yep.
Despite being saved, the world does not somehow feel any different.
I know. It's weird.
That is
Maybe.
strange.
Can I go
Nothing
outside and ask somebody in the town what happened?
Yeah, sure. So you like what kind of person are you pulling aside?
I think anybody at this point, because I'm sure they would, at least I would hope, that they'd know what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So you pull aside someone who's like shopping for their food or something, and ask them, and they're like, yeah, it seems like the water probably got too hot for them to handle, and they left town. Doesn't surprise me. Only like one of the merchant houses is still around. Can't say I wouldn't be surprised if the entire town went to shits after this. I don't know. Maybe we'll be it'll all be for the better.
How much gold do I find that when I come out and divvy it up between us?
Like 500 pieces.
Okay.
That was your
500.
intended payment, and it was set aside.
Okay, so here you go, cat. Here it is. Just see 500 divided by 3. I
Do all that stuff.
Oh, I have no need for this, but thank you.
wasn't going to give you
Dibs.
it.
You were not part of it. I give you 166 gold and 6 silver pieces, and then I hand the same amount to Kate, and I put the same amount in my pocket.
Do you know that one of my astral diamonds would be worth billions of your gold pieces?
Do you have any of your astral diamonds?
If I did, I would
Is there
share
something
them
you
with
guys wanted to buy?
I could probably, well, I don't know. Everything's communist now. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Everything costs the same.
I wanted to see you try.
There is no private sector anymore.
Ooh, dang.
Thank you, old man. 1 year, my man.
So I take the 2 heirs and I shove them into the house and slam the door behind them.
Have fun. Good job ruling your house now.
And I
Okay.
run back to the party.
So, what do we do about this? And maybe we should worry about that creature. He's still out there, and a whole bunch of his little collections
Yes.
escaped through the portals, I think, and they're running around in the woods.
I sense the darkness that lingers in the east. Or west. It could be anywhere, honestly. There's evil lots of
Let's-
places.
Well, there's certainly the darkness hanging around in the town right now. This Joltan Silverhammer, he could spell bad things for us, good things for us. We need to go to him and see if we can maybe strike a deal. Maybe we can, I don't know. It's different for me. I'm used to hard tyrannical rule. This man of the people,
As am I, yes.
I'm not used to it.
Yes, the gods rule supreme, and it is worrying to me that they would allow mortals to rule themselves. I mean, how does that even work?
It's very weird. And I'm used to immortal dragons ruling, so...
Oh,
people
quite.
ruling
At least,
is
yeah,
different
at least with a dragon, you've got some wings on it, you know.
True.
We should speak with this man and most likely murder him for the will of the gods, because it is most likely his evil which is causing the end of the world.
Well, if he can get money from him, then we can have to work for him. But if we have to kill him, then I don't know.
I
Let's-
don't know
let's
about
decide that
working
it's a
for
deal.
a mortal.
You, woman and cat, what are your opinions?
You guys are talking about Joden? Or
Yes.
Jotan?
The Joltan Silverhammer.
Well, I think we should maybe ask these kids in that house. Maybe they know something about them.
I run up to the house.
Hey, kids, get outside. We're not done with you yet.
You open the door, and they're like picking up pieces of like the furniture and like trying to like, what do we eat now?
I don't
What do you
know.
mean?
Each other. I don't care. Here's the question. We're looking for a Joltan Silverhammer. You seem to know who he is. We don't know who he is, but apparently his face is everywhere, and we're trying to find the real face. So how do we go about finding that?
Yeah, he's a dwarf. He we've been adventuring together before, and it's really weird to see. Like, I don't know, he always seemed like apathetic to politics. This is weird.
Where would we find him if we wanted to meet him and discuss things?
That bar, where all the adventurers go. I don't know. So
Is this
I
guy
forget what it's called.
dangerous?
No, he's far from it. Quite the opposite. He's like he's a friend, you know. I mean, he can outdrink us all, but
Often
he's a dwarf.
evil disguises itself.
I like the fact that
I just turned to the cleric
Just from
and give him
behind.
the weirdest look.
I go and the two guys talk to the main three of us, and then Will's character's just sitting in the back, like having like the Talos moment from Skyrim,
Yeah.
and like evil, like grabbing random passersby.
Yeah, I'll stare at them and say prophetic things as I get closer to me.
so you can find them at the Hut Sutler's house, probably, where you guys had a bar fight.
Oh.
yeah, that's right.
Oh no, you know who's there.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Ned's
Yeah, but
ex-girlfriend.
you have no connection to her.
Well, you
anymore,
look next
so
to her. That's right.
That's right.
Maybe-
She's not gonna
maybe-
want me, but she knows who you guys are.
Yeah, that's true.
She's gonna want to know where
Okay.
Ned is. Very well. Let us go to this drinking trough and execute the will of the gods.
I throw my hood over my face so that I'm not as easily recognizable.
Yeah, it's not cold anymore. It's like really warm, actually. So you can totally do that. Just be aware that it's you're probably sweating a little bit. If you sweat, I don't know, Dragonborn sweat, but
We glisten.
glisten, yeah. So the woman who you stopped, Kate, says that if you're looking for Jotan, I mean, I don't know if you can get an audience with him, but he's holding a rally in the center of town later tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe you could go to that.
Sure. And I'm assuming his rule was it sudden? How much do you hate it? Or do you love it?
I mean, he's not really a ruler.
Or
He sort of just brings us together, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really inclined one way or the other. My life's not too different now.
okay. Interesting. So he shouldn't be somebody that we should worry about?
He has been deceived by the darkness, Kate.
The woman looks at you, Cernan, and like backs away. I think if you need to worry about anybody, it's yourself, hon. And the woman turns and hurries away.
So I can't do like a check to see if she's telling the truth or not?
Yeah, you can give me an insight check, sure.
I cast Turn Undead because I think she's evil.
So she seemed to be telling the truth. She also seemed really worried for you based on your association with this man. Yeah.
My association
Association with
Wow,
Cernan, yeah.
that's a word.
That was a mouthful. Words.
So do you guys want to go to the bar, or you guys want to chill for a bit and then go to his rally? What do you want to do?
Let's go to his house, I guess. Or his tavern.
Yeah.
I'll hang in the back. This is not where Tox's Tarn does well. I'll let everybody else do the talking.
Okay. So you guys head to the tavern, the Hut Sutler's house, and that's such a weird word. And you're greeted by the tiefling Patience and Winora, who's heard of your success. Amadon reported to her, and she comes out with a small bag of gold and says, "For gambling, yes, please join us. The Hut Sutler's house is extremely busy, and it would seem that the only place that gold has anymore is in gambling. A lot of the regulars aren't there. it seems like people from the rest of the village or the rest of the city have swarmed, and there's like a table in the back that's extremely crowded, and they're like people are leaving the table, and they have like piles of these posters as they leave.
I don't know what this place is.
Well, you see, my friend, it is a place where you have fun. You drink, you gamble, you play, you pretend like all the worries don't exist. For a while they don't.
Well,
Tomorrow there's more.
what is the point of fun?
To enjoy it. Is this really so much of a foreign concept for you?
It is strange to me that mortals that we allow mortals to have fun. There is important work to do, such as saving the world. But fair enough, if they must have fun, then they must have fun, I suppose.
Well, you can have fun in anything you enjoy. Do you enjoy what you do?
I enjoy the work of the gods, yes.
Then you have fun with the work of the gods. We just don't do that. We have fun in other ways.
I understand now.
This is as
Except that what I am doing...
pretend like your work for the gods, and the drinking is like them working for their gods.
Have you ever had a drink before?
I have had a drink of the ambrosia, except that the work that I am doing is important, and theirs is not, I suppose. But that's the only real difference, now that I think about it.
But who's to say what is important?
The gods.
Okay. Is there anything you wanted to do in the tavern?
Personally, no.
Is anyone that we saw last time in here, like, at all?
Yeah. There's a few patrons that are still here, but not many.
So the posh ladies throwing darts, or the shadowy monkey people that hit me last time aren't
no,
good.
Neither
Good.
of those groups are.
I didn't get beat up. I did get beat up last time.
Well,
there, yeah,
well,
that's
if
fine.
you're going to have fun, then do your fun. I will merely watch.
Can I go gamble? With,
Yeah.
the lady
Yeah.
that I gambled with before.
Lenora, yeah, you definitely. She has her table still. Although she seems kind of irked at like the crowd that is gathered at the other table in the back. She's very friendly towards you. And she just sighs. She's like,
What's wrong?
doesn't feel the same. You know, there's nothing to it now.
What do you mean? Can you elaborate? Like,
Gambling. I mean, I used to get rich from this. This was my. This was what I did. I mean, I ran this house and fed adventurers, but really, what kept me going from day to day was that I would be better off than everyone else. That sounds haughty. That I would find success in my cunning from gambling, and now gambling just seems petty. The gold means nothing. If I win, I win. Game, but I can't spend it on anything. I just get what I need, and not many indulgences.
so what's stopping you from just going out and doing whatever you want instead of gambling?
Well, I mean, the merchant houses have been upended. Their supply chain has been interrupted by these communists who are spreading the food and the water and hell, even the ale throughout the city for no charge whatsoever. It's bizarre.
Seems pretty bad. Well, how...
I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, it does feel pretty bad.
So how did this guy come into ruling, or not ruling? Sorry, What's the word I'm looking for?
Power.
Power. Yes.
She sighs and shrugs. I don't know. Why don't you ask him yourself? He's right over there.
Oh.
And you catch a glimpse of a dwarf, definitely the same profile as the one on these posters that are being handed out. And he's sitting with like 3 or 4 other people of the town, the city, and they're conversing. Every once in a while, handing a pile of posters off to a person to hand out around town.
And then I asked her one more thing. Has anybody tried to kind of... I can't word today.
It's okay.
To go against his power?
I mean, if I had any power to wield myself, I might, but I don't know, he seems friendly enough, and like I said, I get everything I need. No one's tried. He is the uprising.
Interesting.
Toxis is going to sit down next to her.
Okay.
He's been overhearing some of this, and look at the tiefling.
What have we told you that we have helped restore one of the houses back in place?
One of the houses. Which house?
The Marsh household. We have found 2 of their heirs.
Aislinn is back?
More like Orin and Dresden.
Oh, right. Well, I'm certain that they will find success in whatever they do, but those brats can't lead a house.
Is it possible that in this dire predicament, they could be someone to rally behind, or have they already made their tour? Okay, that explains it all.
I mean, by all means, if you think that they are worthy, that they seem to run from responsibility. I will say that they seem to be successful, right? They rescued Amadon and brought back the crown, right? So that was their doing.
Well, they did have some help, but
Of course.
they knew where to spend their money to acquire tasks that they did not know how to do. So, this crown, what does that crown do truly? I mean, it is obviously a sign of kingship, of divine rule. Maybe it could be a banner to hide behind.
She shrugs and says, Amadon said there wasn't any magic to it, actually. Although it was a symbol of divine leadership, he just wanted it to study.
Where is Amadon right now studying this crown, perhaps? Maybe we could maybe throw together a bit of a coup? It seems that's what this town is really good at doing, is overthrowing people. I mean, the great Vorgan Charek was overthrown, the merchants were overthrown. Maybe we can overthrow Jotan, put merchants back in power. It seems very out of the ordinary, but it's possible.
She says, Amadon comes by every few days or so, but I don't really need much more of this political business. It's bad for business, and I don't know. I'm thinking of getting out of the barkeep game, anyways.
Well, what happens when everyone here in this town leaves? Sounds like you're about to do that. The merchants have done it. What will happen to this town? Everyone fled to this town for safety. Now that Jotan is apparently offering something for everyone, it seems that people seem to flee from it. What do people want?
Everybody wants something different. I mean, the merchant houses certainly want their power back, their money, cash flow, and from what I've heard, most people of the city are very satisfied with the recent turn of events. But who knows how long that'll last.
This is so much easier when there's a dictator saying what everyone.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, dictatorship is the only real way.
Exactly. Sit in the stool next to me. Get him a drink.
I'm not quite sure if I really want one, but I'll try.
You try one. What's a good like breaking somebody into drinking drink? I need a good one for a first timer.
She chuckles and I know just the thing. It's a light ale. No, not much of an aftertaste. And she brings over a cup, and you Toxis, you have to like put your snout like right in the mug to smell the alcohol. But she hands it off to you, Sarnin.
I hand her a silver piece because I am a paying customer.
So
She,
they've gotten rid of astral
you.
diamonds round here. Oh dear. Well, trade is important as well as dictatorship. About the free market, what do we have?
Well, here's what we do when we think very strongly on something. We drink on it. So you raise your glass.
See, yeah, okay.
And we shout what's what? To dictatorship.
To the gods and dictatorship.
Yes, to the gods, dictatorship, and dragons.
And another bar fight.
Whisper's just sat there in the corner thinking, to freedom.
No.
You guys just toasted to dictatorship in a bar full of communists. I don't know what you expected.
Ronan doesn't know any better.
Whoops.
Oh my gosh, guys.
I'm drunk.
Like I said, I'm sat in the corner,
Yeah.
toasting to freedom.
This is why I shut up.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We do have a viewer decision as well, Phil, if you want to bring something in here.
Yeah.
Oh god, is it going to be capitalism next?
No more political political changes. Okay, so
That's what capitalism says, yeah.
All right, I'll think on that.
Okay.
But in the meantime, the entire bar falls silent, and you who was that? It's one of the, I shouldn't have said that. I should not have Hagrid. It's Harry Potter.
It's Harry Potter.
I should
all
not
connects.
have said that. And Joten stands and says, "Friends, surely you did not mean to toast to such a cruel system."
Is this what they call sarcasm?
Of course, please. Another drink for my friends. And a heavy, dark brew gets passed your way, Saranin, as well as to you. And he says, "Now drink." And he takes a swig.
All right, I will. And I take a sip of, I like the daintiest little sip of his ale.
I drink it, but keep my head way down.
Oh,
that
yeah.
No one sees who I am.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, sir. They were actually also like you, being sarcastic, because, I mean, why would anybody want to live in that kind of situation, right?
What? No.
So,
Why would
and
anybody?
then I slap the back of his head.
What? Is this
so-
another one of your customs I'm unfamiliar with? Slapping people on the back of their head?
Give me a Constitution save, Will.
Oh, he's gonna puke.
I want to be like Legolas. I think it's affecting me. An 11.
You totally are. And you get a little tipsy. Yeah. So the viewers can decide what the remaining house of the remaining merchant house is doing, and what they stand for, and
I like it.
yeah.
What did the last merchant house stand for? And then I guess you can infer from that, Phil, what they're up to.
Yeah. In the meantime, the communist sits back down, and Silverhammer sort of nods to you, all about keeping the peace. And what would you guys like to do?
Well, seeing they don't seem to like dictatorship round here, do they? Poor fools. Was there some plan in coming here, Toxis? I mean, I am rather along for the ride.
Well, we wanted to meet that man and see what we could infer from him.
Oh, what have you inferred?
Yeah, I've inferred that I do not like him.
Ah, I would
he's
suggest that's
he's-
not an inference.
He's very happy. This is not something I can do within a person.
Should we
Also, I
should we
believe that-
smite him?
Not yet. Smiting comes later. And now comes investigation, reconnaissance. Here's the thing: if we want to gather any kind of success here and maybe make a name for ourselves, we have to go somewhere where they will pay us. People will not pay us in a communist place. It's bad, man. I'm 2 beers deep, so I'm being real with you.
Is that so? Perhaps it contains some form of truth serum. Interesting.
It's called a spirit.
Yeah, I look
You
at the
want to
ale.
be close
I
to
look
the
at the ale.
spirits.
It has a spirit inside of it. Now that makes a lot of sense. One of those who has fallen, who drink to your ancestors. Now this
communion.
makes sense. I drink
Communion
I drink
spirit.
some more of it. Ah, yes, the Holy Spirit.
Give me a con save.
I did not know I was drinking of the Holy Spirit. 18.
All right, you're fine.
One of your decisions is Sharia law.
I don't think I'll include that. I will. Yeah, they should be calling it. We should be calling everyone comrade. Hello, comrade.
Well, I already kind of talk that way.
Comrade Toxis.
Comrade.
Okay.
I am now Russian kitty cat.
Well, there is this last house, and if they stand for anything, then I'm sure it's for the good of humanity. So, I suggest that we go and find them. We know where they are, don't we?
Yeah, you'd have to ask around a little bit, but you totally could find out.
You there. Where are the... I'll ask around until I can find a location, and I suggest, well, let's go and find them, because they most likely have their heads screwed on correctly. As the gods intended. Not loosely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you go and find the Chang house, and let me switch over real fast. Mei Chen is the head of the house, and you trying to get an audience with her?
Yes, I do.
All right. So try and persuade the guards at the front door, if you will. What? How are you trying?
Do
to
you know who I am? I am a fallen angel sent to you by the gods to speak with your appointed, for I love dictatorship. And I have seen this land fall into the depravity of what you call communism. And I would see that it is righted.
Okay. I mean, there's a soapbox out front if you want to give your little speech. But,
No.
Miss Chang's time is very valuable.
As is mine.
I'm
Hence,
going to
I am sharing
shove
it.
him out of the way, hold up the shield that has the coat of arms of House Marsh, I suppose, and say,
We're here representing House Marsh. Maybe there's a mutual benefit we can come across since House Chang is still the last one. Can we go in and speak? Maybe to help bring some order back to this uncivilized cesspool that this town is becoming.
Which of you is a marsh? I thought all the marshes fled the city.
No,
We
one is
returned
still
them.
here.
and I shove Kate forward.
She's a marsh? Oh, delightful.
I just
Or do we go get the real two? They're stupid. We can't bring the two real marshals in here. We have to do something sneaky.
quick do something sneaky.
Do something sneaky. Roll stealth.
I do a very firm like
Stand behind like a bodyguard.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm just like, yeah, And then can I roll performance check and see if they're just like
Roll deception.
yeah.
But yeah, you can introduce yourself as a marsh. Sure. They buy it. We didn't see you there.
You imbeciles.
Please come in.
Mortal fools, what were they thinking? Let the marsh in. And I'm like utterly convinced that she is a marsh.
Yeah, they buy it.
Goodness.
They open the door and a butler comes down the stairs as you enter. We're not expecting visitors. Excuse me. And he leads you into the main hall where there is a woman who is painting in the main room of her complex.
Very well. Then, let us go. Kate, you never told me you were a marsh.
I'm sorry, I just didn't want to give anything away.
You truly are a chosen one.
Of course.
She's a little bit older, probably older than even Aislinn was. She says, "Hello. What can I do for you?"
I let Kate speak. I'm like surprised that she doesn't recognize her.
I'm so confused by this whole thing that I don't know what to say, and then I look over to Toxis. I'm just like, what do I say?
I look at her. There's potential money and maybe reestablishing a house as control. So let's see what we can do.
Ask her what she thinks of the communists as well.
I go, I just yell out, I don't even hold up a real instrument, just make the note. Presenting House Marsh, you have to meet Lady of House Chang, and I do like a weird thing like that.
It's not graceful.
And I make sure my shield is nice and prominent so they can see that the Marsh crest is on it.
Yeah.
She chuckles and she says, "Where did you get that shield, boy?"
I stole it.
That's what I thought. Now, what are you really here for?
I saunter up to her. You see, we were hoping to make good money in this town with this new communism thing. The money, but it's kind of not happening anymore. So we're thinking maybe since you're one of the original merchant houses, that maybe we could see about reestablishing the throne. We've gathered 2 of the real Marshes. They're back at the actual household because they're stupid and we're not bringing them out. There's no way we'd bring them near you. There's 2 little ones, Dresden and Oren. And apparently they're the only 2 heirs left. So if there's anything we can do to get rid of the stupid Jotan Silverhammer, I hate him. He's against rule.
I don't know. He has his uses, I suppose.
Are
Now
you controlling him
his
secretly?
horde of followers are quite unruly, and it would be good to get rid of some of.
That's exactly
them.
what we're thinking. Their unholy rule must be destroyed. After all, they are, not paying attention to the gods, which in my book is, and let's face it, my book is the most important one, unacceptable.
If only Ned had not died.
This might have been a good campaign. We might have been the good guys.
Ned was a lovely
Who's
lad,
the
wasn't
neutral
he?
guys, not the good guys.
Oh, I don't know. This is pretty.
Ned was a cracking lad.
pretty evil, guys.
Not
Thanks
in
to
my
chat.
mind. It's a holy war, my friend. There's nothing evil about that.
Sure.
Let's just go back 200 years.
She says, "Well, I'm certain you could make some coin here, and well, your coin is always good when you're buying from my house. Although I'm not sure if you're interested in my wares. We've survived longer than the others because we serve a certain kind of clientele.
What kind of clientele would that be? That makes it where you can stay here and still be profitable.
Well, the only one that will pay, even after the rest have stopped. The only one that can't get their things for free.
And,
I am very bad at reading subtext.
yes, me too.
Drugs.
I can.
We sell drugs.
Oh.
Oh,
Hmm. Huh.
what's that?
Well, she rolls her eyes. Your sarcasm is not appreciated.
I promise
Our,
you, I don't know how to be sarcastic.
She goes on. She says, there used to be a bit more foreplay, if you will. We used to try and pretend quite a bit. But recently, no one cares. The mayor has fled town, and, there is very little rule of law. At first, it frightened me, and now it entices me.
But we must bring the rule of the gods back to this realm. And this drugs, is that what you say brings order? Is it like
certainly brings us closer to the gods.
So it's like a holy book or incense?
My friend, some types of this can give you visions.
Of the gods.
Maybe.
False prophecies is a term that comes to my mind. You can see things that are not really there, and you believe them, when in fact it strays you from the righteous path.
So some of these drugs are owned by the devil.
Yes, the devil, Asmodeus, is the #1 cartel pusher of these.
Wait,
these
oh
things.
dear. So it's just like the angels all over again. So there are the gods of the Great One, the angels of the Great One, such as myself, and then there are the fallen angels.
Which you
said
did
you
say
were-
that you were a
Yeah.
fallen angel.
Well, I am fallen in the sense that I have fallen down from where I'm meant to be.
So you are a fallen angel.
I'm more of
Listen.
a tripped over angel.
More
and
of a prone angel.
Oh, please,
So, my
if
friend,
you're going
you
to
have a
argue,
skinned knee.
yes, more like a
going
prone
to
angel.
argue, just please leave. She gestures for her butler to escort you out.
Let's reconvene at House Marsh, and like Batman symbol, to to discuss what the hell we really want to do. Now that we've seen that this like
Does the Batman symbol roll across the screen like in the 90s cartoon?
yes, that's exactly what happened.
I am on board for
It's
this.
Will's face.
Will, can we have like an animation in the future?
I'm working on my live edits here, looking up Batman
Yeah, come on.
logo. 90s.
Okay. So there's nothing else that you guys wanted to deal with her.
Not with me, now that I know that I'm going to be.
Can I sneak around and, as I'm about to say goodbye, I just really want to know what she's painting.
Yeah.
Just to be polite, I'll go over and say my goodbyes, but really it's just like...
Give me a perception check.
She's really just tripping on acid real hard, and it's just a bunch of just crap thrown onto the canvas.
So she's painting a picture of the city, and there's a crowd gathered. And give me an insight check.
Ooh.
Okay. The faces of the people on the crowd are like in anguish.
As I'm saying my goodbyes, I go, it's a very interesting painting.
Oh, thank you.
I really like the way you capture the emotions of the people.
Yes, there has been quite some disturbance in this city, hasn't there?
This is true. Maybe they need to come see you more.
If only.
If only.
So we're back to the Marsh household, the rest of us. Well, after
You
that.
guys head back, yeah.
Okay, so what's the plan to save the universe?
You guys know that there is a rally tomorrow where Jota and Silverhammer will be speaking and encouraging further spread of communism. And there seems to be more than meets the eye to the remaining house chain, and you don't really know much about Jotan.
Yeah, okay, so I say, it seems to me as though we cannot ally ourselves with these communists. It seems to me that there's only a possibility for us to ally ourselves with this house.
Or maybe the previous house that we still have heirs for. Because drug house, it's going to be interesting. But the marsh house, maybe we could teach them how to be decent, how to be holy, put them on the right path.
Indeed, yes. The use of the holy drugs will most likely be the only way to do this. That I see.
Are you guys gonna go for a trip?
I don't know about the rest of you.
Mushrooms.
No one else here seems ready to be able to make a plan, as if they're not even chosen ones. I'm the keeper of the chosen ones. I can't lead you on your quest. I merely assist you.
Well, you see, the thing is, my friend, I am a free spirit. I go where I want. I do what I want. I don't really care about a lot of these things. And the dictators, I walk by a dictatorship. What I don't like are a lot of things that get in the way of
What?
me fulfilling my sense of adventure. I'll go where the adventure is. That is who I am.
I have gained no knowledge from those sentences, but okay.
It's almost like when we listen to you.
Oh,
But-
Damn.
But
Roll
what I
for
speak
Sassy
are
kitty.
truth from the gods.
you can have inspiration for that. That was beautiful.
Use.
What of you, Kate, of the few words?
Well, I'm kind of on Mr. Cat's side. But also, if people aren't really too happy with this, we could try to do something about it. But
Well, they don't know what's good for them. That's the thing with idiots. They need to be told. They can't lead themselves. That's why they need almighty powerful gods to tell them what it is that they can and can't do at all times.
Speaking of which god?
Which god? The great one.
But surely a god would be great anyway, so which is the greatest?
No. That's where you make a mistake. There are great gods, yes. And then there is the great god. Singular.
Is that their name?
Yes, yeah, oh yes.
Oh.
To know
I feel
the
like
true
they
gods.
have an ego.
Well, no, I mean, a god is above all of that, of course.
Of course.
Now, back to
so-
the matter at hand.
Yeah, what would
here.
you guys like to do?
I'm very much advising that we side with this house, because no one here likes communism, do they? And all that the cat said was that he didn't care, and Kate simply agreed that she didn't care either. And Toxis here thinks that dictators are excellent, as do I, so I say that outvotes you two.
Well, let me throw this into the mix. Do even bother with these people. Obviously, there are treasures out there in the ruins. If we're here to seek gold and glory, let's just go take it. Why be hired for it? Maybe there is no true path. Let these people just decide it themselves. We come back. Who says we have to even return to this place? Go to the ruins. Find what they've left behind.
Yes, let the devil's work destroy itself.
Exactly.
I like the sound of glory.
We shall return to the ruins. Think of all the heroes, all the monsters that are trapped in that amber. We can go in there and cipher through them. Figure out, find old heroes, maybe even more of your people. And I look over to Ciernan. Perhaps this is not the place we should look. We should go back to the depths. Maybe seek vengeance on that creature that tried to drown us. This is what we fight for. This is what it is about. This is adventuring.
Right.
Who needs quest rewards? Quit our own quest.
I like it. Screw the hooks. Let's make our own.
Good old-fashioned grinding XP.
Okay. Do you guys want to go and explore the ruins?
Like ages past. Yes. Let
Okay.
that be our
Yeah.
course.
I was very
Um,
inspired by that speech, so I
Thank you.
think, yeah.
I'm
So
not even
then-
a bard, and you get the inspiration from me. But
The
I'm
next-
Tarn.
The next day, you guys can go out and return to the forest and try and find people. Like you know that there was that the monk woman and the warrior who were released from the amber, and you never saw them. They went out of different portals than you. And perhaps Amadon knows of more treasure. All these things are possibilities. You head out in the morning, and you get a little ways out of town. When you hear behind you a scream calling for you, and it's Orin Marsh.
Oh,
that
you again.
person.
It's
Now,
turned
were you
around.
brat 1 or brat 2?
He was the second brat.
Oh,
Yes,
Found
he's
him
brat too.
in creepy monster room. Greetings, Your Highness.
your lowness?
Your merchantness.
Your
Your
medium
fabulous.
level.
You can see that he's like on the verge of tears, and he
Yeah.
doesn't look well either. He's been running for quite some time as well. He's huffing and puffing. He's like, "Please come back, save us." The rally. I was at the rally. They killed everyone. They're all dead.
What?
What?
They're all dead. And they're saying that the dragon did it, but the dragon didn't do it. It was the people that didn't do it.
Which dragon? Which dragon did it?
Morgan Shark. They said that Morgan Shark is back. But I
Morgan
don't know
Shark
he
is
was.
back? Guys, we have to go back to the town.
Oh,
Book it.
for the ages! A god has returned! And
After you returned, I'm here to be with you.
the great one's presence is close, and I rush off,
Come on, home.
completely excited for the wrong reason.
Masters.
I think he's crying in adulation. Like I think he's seen a god, and he's like, it's brought tears to his face. So I'm off.
Save us, please.
Oh, he will save you, child.
He will save you with his giant's teeth.
Only the light of the great one can save you.
Yes, great Margaret Sharks is back.
What would you like to do, Kate?
I'll probably run back.
Okay. And Whisper?
I'm just bewildered. And I run after the giant dragonborn man who seems very, very giddy right now.
I'm also kind of astonished of this guy. He's older than 16, right?
Yeah, he's like early 20s, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like annoyed at him too because he can't, like, he's living the life, or he was, and then he just can't hold his own. So like right before I run after my dragonborn friend, I'm just like, I just look at him and I just like go like this. I'm just like move, like do something with your life, and then I just push him off. And then
Savage.
Oh, I thought you were gonna put him out of his misery.
Well, no, that's
I love
No.
how the rest of us just abandoned this one guy who ran so far to find
All
us,
the way
really
back.
tired. And we're like,
move.
okay,
nerd.
cool.
Yeah, you
I
guys
mean,
are like
he did want us
a
to go
mile out of
back.
town, and he raced to find you.
Was he got a 10-minute mile? What's this good?
Yeah, probably about that. Maybe a little faster. I mean, he's an adventurer for everything else, all his faults.
Okay.
And
I
yeah,
time myself as I
you can
go.
run faster than he can.
I like stop my stopwatch as I get in. New record.
You guys get into town, and it's quite the frenzy. There are people on the street corners shout. They're not the same people that were shouting about communism. They all bear the signet of House Cheng, and they're shouting about the terrible attack by the Dragonborn sharks, and how terrible it was, and how order needs to be brought to the town, and how House Cheng will bring about that order.
Good.
And you get to the center of town, and there are members of a new organized town watch pulling bodies away from where the rally was supposed to have been held. But you don't see Silverhammer anywhere.
It seems as though the gods have struck down these fools for their evil ways.
Oh, yes, my great master, Margaret Sharks, has returned, and he is wreaking vengeance upon these.
Marvelous it is. Divine intervention, truly
Yes.
divine.
Divine and draconic. Best type.
What would you guys like to do?
I
How many-
no longer fear retribution because my master is back. I throw off my Heidi clothes, and I am now I'm proud. Green pride.
So what are you
If I
doing?
didn't
You're,
brag.
I mean, besides unveiling yourself, what are you doing?
I want to know how many people were dead.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
It numbers in like low hundreds, like probably 300 people or so.
It's not bad. He's back just for now. He gets tired of that.
What?
It's his first time, and
It was like a number of people from the city, but essentially half of the refugees that came down from Mulmaster were wiped out.
Yes, thank God.
Oh, good. I started walking around asking about Bargain Sheriffs, see if
So, gosh, you just had to.
it is
Some of the
they're
town-
out by it.
One of the people who seems like a leader in the town watch is speaking with one of his subordinates. He looks at you and he gives you a weird look, and then he points at you. And a dozen town guard come to surround you and put you in chains and
Oh shit!
yeah. You see the leader, despite trying to resist these 12 men. You see the leader speak into a sending stone, and then wait, and then receive a message back.
I love
And he goes talking to each of the people on the corners as you guys are trying to resist this arrest. The message begins to change. And it's now, we have captured one of Vorgan Sharks' spies.
Oh shit!
We have captured one of Vorgan Sharks' spies. The attack by Vorgan Sharks will not go unavenged.
Oh, wait a moment. This is good news, isn't it? The attack.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Why?
So
What's-
you're kind of separated from the rest of the group. You're kind of incapacitated because of all the people around you. Toxis, what would the rest of you guys like to do?
If I was far enough away, is there any chance I could get up to higher ground? Maybe scale up a
Yeah,
building, or just
for
to
sure, you can
perch
get on
and
a
watch
roof,
from
yeah.
above.
Yeah.
Because being a tabaxi, I do have a climbing speed of 20 feet.
Absolutely. Yep.
Just so that I'm perched on top of the commotion, just in case things get rough.
Absolutely. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're trying to fight you guys, but they are trying to bring this Dragonborn with all the Vorgan Sharks tattoos under arrest.
Wait. No. We were a mile away. Listen, I counted how long it took me to get back here, and he was nowhere near. I mean, this is indeed the work of the gods, but I can't say that Tonks is responsible. After all, he may be a chosen one, but he wasn't here at the time. This is just divine intervention.
The leader of the soldiers steps forward and points at you right in the face and says, "Shut your mouth! You keep your story to yourself, or you'll be right there with him."
But it's not a story. Kate Whisper, I believe I am talking to another imbecile. Would you mind translating to, idiot for him? He is below me.
Savage.
Both in height
is
and
very-
intelligence.
I assure you he is not a spy. But how many people are there?
There are like
But he
12
might
surrounding
be.
him. And then there's like a bard on each corner, so there may be 6 bards in hearing distance.
That are maybe willing to attack if there's only 6 or 12.
There's a larger, because there are soldiers dragging bodies away. So there's a large presence right now.
Okay. I try to give Toxis this look as like, don't say anything, but it comes off as just weird staring.
I,
That's
in return, because I did take this spell at level 1, and it's been on me the whole time, I do have a familiar.
Okay.
It's a little spider. And I will let the little spider out. and let it run the cake.
Aww.
What kind of spider is it? Like a hunting spider or like a daddy long legs or?
It's just like a little poisonous kind of looking spider, like a green. It's green.
Is it big?
No, it's like a little familiar size, but like about maybe about like so. It'd be.
You'd still be
on a
creeped out
large
at it
base.
if you saw it in your bedroom at night, sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
don't
mean-
really get cut by spiders, but that's fine. Yeah, so I'm just like, just follow my lead. And then Dexter, I assure you, he is not a spy. I mean, back in the day, he used to worship this dragon dude. But, he's actually helping your town. We were just here.
You worked with him?
Yes, I do. But I can assure you, you could trust me that he does not worship him anymore. And there's no reason for you to fear him.
Why is she lying, Whisper?
Give me a persuasion check, please.
My spider bites Will's character to try and knock his ass out.
Deception, you said?
Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion, sorry. 19.
All right. He says, "You better be lucky. Lucky I don't bring you all in too. We're gonna keep an eye on him. Y'all don't do anything stupid." But he gestures, and the guards let him free. And we'll finish there, right next to a horde of dead bodies and an over-aggressive leader of town watch. Wow.
Awesome.
Y'all took this in crazy directions, chat.
We nailed it, guys. We fucking nailed it. I like that
We
one.
didn't die.
That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed playing Cernan in that one. Added a fun dynamic to the group now that Ned is dead, as much as I miss him. Awesome. So we are sticking around for our next show, which is Tricks of the Trade, where you guys can jump in and play games with us. Myself and Josh will be on today, and Kiana's joining us, and Summer's joining us, and a guy called Travis will be joining us. But let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find one another online? Let's start with Phil, Mr. Philip Fallon, our wonderful Dungeon Master for this game.
Yeah, thanks. This has been amazing. This was probably the most fun I've had in a long time, just because it was such a unique session. You can find me online on Twitter or IMDb. I appreciate it. I'll look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Fantastic. Let's go to Jamie.
Well, that was a session. Communism reigns supreme,
That
it
does.
seems.
No, communism fell.
Well, it did. This time.
This time.
That was an interesting decision, let's
Yeah.
just say. But yeah. What next?
What
The
next?
fall of communism.
Well,
We shall
soon
see.
we'll get to
The
actually
rise of capitalism.
the title.
Do the things. We have to get to do the things. I mean, there's also the patron of Toxis, which made Toxis turn into a giddy little schoolgirl, which was always a beautiful sight. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, you can find me places. Twitter. I normally just retweet everyone else, so you don't really get anything original from me. But I also do some stuff over on my friend Susanna Grace's channel, some D&D stuff, and you should just check her channel out because she's a great artist. She plays games and she does D&D, so that's always fun. Looking forward to next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Rem.
Yes, it's me, Rim. You can find me at the DM's Guild on my Twitch and Twitter. There are some links right there, which I put some spaces in between, but that seemed to not work out very well at all, but it's okay. I have D&D adventures that I publish on DM's Guild, so go check that out. I'm also the core writer for Breath of Gore, so go support that. And you can just find me here every Thursday, as well as, I don't know, I'm online somewhere. You can find me. There's no things.
All right. And Anna.
Hello. Yeah, I enjoyed the session a lot. I'm kind of stoked on Cernan because his character just brings like us into like a weird but cool. I don't know. The dynamic is it's chill. It's
Yeah,
It works well.
it works.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, you could find me on Twitch as Cyborg Pizza, and Twitter as AnnaBPhoto. I'll post a link on chat or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll be starting streaming soon. So
Great.
yeah, for kids, I'll be donating all the money that I get. There's also a link for Extra Life. So it's basically for kids that in hospitals that need all the cheering up and help they can get.
Yeah.
So just
Absolutely.
look up link creep and yeah.
Fantastic. Awesome. So, that is the cast for Excavation of Taavor. You can catch us same time next week for this campaign, but of course we're going to be heading into our next show, Tricks of the Trade, so stick around for this one, guys. And until next time,